From Stanley Kovaleski Regional Stadium in South Bend, Indiana, it's time for Silverhawks baseball, where tonight the South Bend Silverhawks are taking on the Class A affiliate of the Houston Astros, the Quad City River Bandits. And Jim Reinbold is here with us. Jim, the field coach of the Silverhawks, and it's been quite a second half for you so far, Coach.
Very good, but we've had an outstanding second half. But before we get into that, I want to present you with the first logo baseball of the night.
Oh, thank you, Coach. It is Sports Channel logo baseball night, and first 1,000 fans getting this free baseball. I'll tell you, the baseball's been great here. Your team 12-6 here in the second half. You've been getting the good hitting, but some excellent pitching too.
Well, we have, and we've had generally good defense, and we're getting. You know, the first half we lost a whole bunch of one-run games. We lost a lot of extra inning games, and now in the second half, that's all turning around. And while we haven't played too many extra inning games, we are winning the one-run games. And you know, they say it all evens out over the course of a season, and I guess that's probably true.
And nothing beats a nice 10-game homestand. This is the final game of the 10-game homestand. You've had successes against Clinton and now against Quad City. You've taken the first 3 games against them, and boy, a win here today would set you up in pretty good fashion, wouldn't it, for that road trip coming up?
Well, we'd love to win this one, of course, for lots of reasons. We're going into an off day tomorrow, and then we get on the bus at 8 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday, and bus on up to Beloit for 4, and then on to Appleton for 4 more. So a good way to get a nice push is to win tonight.
All right, you're not going to see the Fanatic on the road anywhere, are you?
If I am, I'm going to avoid him if I can. He wanted to make love with me, I guess, or something. I don't know.
He attacked you from the coach's box last night or a couple nights ago. Jim, always a delight to speak with you. Best of luck here tonight.
Thank you very much, Craig. I appreciate it very much, and good luck to you.
All right, Jim Reinbold, field coach for the Silverhawks, and we're going to hand the ball over now to my partner, Bob Nagel. And Robert, it is Sports Channel logo baseball night, and that's a nice one.
It's a very nice thing, and a nice thing to do for the fans who've been very loyal and turning out in great numbers here in South Bend. Team wins, team's looking good and playing good baseball.
All right, a right-hander tonight against a left-hander. Lundquist has won his last 2 games with complete game victories, and he's not overpowering, but he gets the job done.
He's always around the strike zone, and I'll tell you something, he's got 5 complete games, and anytime you can get that kind of an effort out of a starter, man, does that help the bullpen.
All right, we'll have our lineups and tonight's first pitch when we return here on Sports Channel.
Yep, and the defensive alignment. Yes. Right. Yeah.
What's that? For our next game. Once again, welcome back to Kovaleski Regional Stadium, beautiful downtown South Bend, Indiana. It is time for the Quad City River Bandits against the South Bend Silverhawks. And Bob Nagel, this is the 4th of the 4-game series. The Silverhawks have been perfect so far.
Always nice to know that no matter what happens, you'll finish at least 3 out of 4. That's not a bad way to go. Here's the way they'll line up for Quad City's River Bandits. Carlos Hernandez will lead off and play second base. Donovan Mitchell is the shortstop, and Gary Trammell bats in the 3 spot. He's the third baseman. Alejandro Ferre is the first baseman. Noel Rodriguez, the designated hitter. Ryan Coe, the catcher. R.J. Bowers in right field. Chad White in center. Tony Ross is the left fielder. Here's a look at the defensive alignment now for the South Bend Silverhawks. Going from left, center, and right in the outfield. The left fielder is Jason Evans. Byron Matthews in center, and Sean Buchanan in right field, and it's Rose, Moore, Bolware, Robledo infield third to first. Caron is the catcher, and the pitcher, David Lundquist, a big right-hander, as we said in our pregame talk, 5 complete games, tied for the league lead in that statistic. And I'll tell you what, he comes in here as a solid performer, and anytime, Craig Wallen, you can have that many complete games and just solid performances night in and night out, you're going to give your team a big help, and certainly ease up on the bullpen. He's 7-3, 53 strikeouts in the season, and that ERA at 3.42. And if you count the last 4 or 5 performances, that ERA hovering around the 2.40 mark. So a solid performer on the mound for these Silverhawks.
Yeah, he is very consistent, and I think that's probably the best trait you could have as a Class A minor league baseball player. Consistency is very important, and Lundqvist has proven that he is all of that. And if he can develop maybe another pitch or two, or maybe refine what he does have now and gain a little velocity, he could be on his way to the big leagues in the next couple of years, possibly.
They always say there's 2 ways to get there, Craig. Develop a third pitch you can get over for a strike, or have great control. In other words, a Greg Maddux type pitcher. Greg Maddux does not overpower people, but he's been the most consistent performer. He locates strikes, he moves the ball up and down, in and out, and that's what David Lundqvist has been doing, and he's just very steady. Hey, coming up later this summer, August 3rd, we'll be here to bring you the action between the South Bend Silverhawks and the Kane County Cougars. That's August 3rd, 7 p.m. opening pitch, and August 19th, right here at Stanley Kovalevsky Regional Stadium, the Fort Wayne Wizards will be in, and that's, you talk about crosstown rivalry. Fort Wayne and South Bend, separated by about 90 miles of competition, and they enjoy the series, and looking forward to those ball games. Tonight we've got a good one as well. Silverhawks trying to get the broom out and sweep this series against the Quad Cities River Bandits. Here with the first pitch, here's Craig Wallen.
All right, Robert, and the very first pitch swung on and hit deep to left. The backboard is Jason Evans for the first out of the ball game, and that's a big guy to get out, Robert. Hernandez with a couple of hits last night, a 15-game hitting streak, and he has been red hot, needless to say. Hernandez coming in with an average of 248, so his average has come up quite a bit, and he's still looking to tack on a few more percentage points.
When after the first pitch, they know Lundqvist likes to get ahead in the count. He'll throw the fastball for a strike early in the count, and so we may see a little philosophy here. Let's see if the River Bandits maybe try to go in that direction and get on the first pitch as often as possible. Jim Pankovich, the manager.
Here comes Donovan Mitchell, the shortstop, standing in. Left-handed batter facing the right-hander. Good look at Mitchell as he digs in. Mitchell at .347 on the year. Second baseman swings and lofts one into left field. Evans again has a beat on it, and Jason hauls it in. And 2 straight outs in order, obviously, for the right-hander, David Lundqvist. And we said earlier that Lundqvist has the good control, location-type pitcher. We'll probably end up seeing a lot of groundouts because when he's effective, he keeps the ball down low. But so far tonight, Robert, a couple of flyouts.
Well, again, the River Bandits are going after him early in the count. He's thrown 3 pitches and he's got 2 outs. Now that'll save your arm, but you want to avoid getting the ball up quite as much as they have on the first 3 pitches.
Gary Trammell goes after the first offering, sends it deep into center. Byron Matthews back and still drifting on the warning track, makes the catch to retire the sides. Well, they went after Lundqvist, and the Silverhawks take care of Quad City.
I'm fine.
Raids? Occasionally. Yeah. Not all the time. A couple times during the game would be good.
All right.
You know what, Warren? Especially if there's a new pitcher. What are you going to?
South Bend Silverhawks coming to bat here in the bottom of the first inning. It'll be Brendan Moore, the shortstop, leading off. Jason Evans, the left fielder, bats second. Pete Rose Jr. at third base. Nilson Robledo, the first baseman. Melvin Rosario is the designated hitter tonight. Then Sean Buchanan, the right fielder. Rick Carone, the catcher. Byron Matthews, the center fielder. And Ben Boulware out of Los Gatos, California, will bat ninth tonight. Here's the way they line up defensively now for the River Bandits of Quad Cities. And that's Ross in left field, White in center, Bowers in right. Trammell, Mitchell, Hernandez, Ferre, the first baseman. Coe is the catcher. And the pitcher, the left-hander, well, he's a lock, as a matter of fact, and a good one at that. Comes in with a record of 7 up and 7 down on this River Bandit squad. And the ERA, 3.92, 54 strikeouts. So you see the ERA is comparable, and the strikeout total is comparable to that of David Lundquist, with a win-loss record 7-7. That always has more to do, I think, with the team you happen to be playing for, and maybe their defensive abilities, than it does your own personal performance. But the indication that he has 14 decisions already means he's been in a lot of ball games into the later innings, and so we will see a couple of real stalwarts going at it tonight, top to bottom, and should be a good ball game. And the left-hander lock will face Brendan Moore to start the bottom of the first inning.
Yep, Moore, Evans, and Rose Jr. And we'll tell you a little bit more about Pete Rose Jr. in a bit, but he's been having a great second half. Right now, Brandon Moore digs in, right-handed hitting shortstop, and the first pitch from Locke is hit on the ground to short. Gobbled up by Mitchell, throw to first base in time as Moore hustles down the first base line. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the South Bend Silverhawks and the National Association of Professional Baseball Leagues Incorporated, and is intended solely for the private non-commercial use of our audience. Any publication, reproduction, retransmission, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, or accounts of this game without the express written consent of the South Bend Silverhawks and the National Association of Professional Baseball Leagues Incorporated is prohibited. Evans stands in, the left-handed hitting left fielder, and Locke's first pitch right down the middle, a called strike.
Craig, I'm looking through the record books here just to see if we can get an indication. Fewest amount of pitches thrown in a ball game. We've had 5 pitches and 4 outs. We're on a good pace.
Hey, they've had some quick ball games, and you know, you get that when you've got the good pitching. And the Silverhawks pitching has been outstanding here, especially in the second half. But both the hitting and the pitching in the top of the league, top 3 or 4 at least in each of those 2 categories. Next delivery, a called strike. So the count runs to 1 ball and 2 strikes to Evans.
And you know, Craig, every manager will tell you, if you can keep the players' attention in the ball game, your defense will be sharper. And these guys are throwing strikes, coming right after them, and being very effective.
Next delivery, a check swing called third strike. That's called the Heimler maneuver. Chris Heimler calling the balls and strikes. Jeff Spadowski on the bases, and here again is that maneuver. He kind of looks down, and then he makes that motion like, you're out of there.
Well, I think Jason Evans simply guessed wrong, Craig, looking for a fastball. It was a breaking ball, and tell you what, he got caught looking.
Here comes Pete Jr. and a called strike. Pete Rose Jr. coming in with some pretty impressive numbers, but I tell you what, you've got to see this guy game in and game out to appreciate what he's done for this ball club. He leads by example, like his dad, hustles all over the place, and it seems like when he's out there giving it 150%, everybody else is giving it at least 100%. Good eye at the plate, takes a strike, now 1-2 the count.
Yeah, Rose saw his best pitch right there, the fastball, and when he brings it, it's a pretty good heater, 85, 86 miles an hour.
Rose hitting .305 with a home run on the year, and the pitch misses outside. The count now levels at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pete played a Double-A a bit last year and decided he wanted to play every day. He came to South Bend, where he's been very effective, as we mentioned. There's Frare with the out, unassisted. And like Quad City, the Silverhawks down in order in the first were scoreless. Stay tuned. Well, some outstanding baseball has been played here this summer, and the fans have responded here at Coveleski. There's a good shot of our fans here on a delightful Monday night, the largest crowd to date, July 3rd. And they come out to see baseball, but they come out to see the mascot, too. There's Covey on the dugout.
Even Covey's in better shape this year. You know, the ball club in great shape to
Boy, he
start the
trimmed
season.
down, didn't he?
He really
My
did. We're proud of him.
goodness.
And I'll tell you something. He puts on a nice show each and every night. And ball club putting on a good show, too. They're playing excellent baseball right now, and the fans have really responded. It's a beautiful night here in South Bend, about 85 degrees this afternoon, and starting to cool down just a bit. The fans have turned out for promises to be a good ball game.
Yeah,
11 pitches so far, Craig, in the first inning, and 4 are thrown by David Lundquist, and 3 up, 3 down in the first. Let's see if we can get him here in the second.
Frare, the first baseman, stands in, and the breaking ball right across the plate to strike. It's Lundquist shooting for his 3rd consecutive complete game victory against the Quad City River Bandits. Former Chicago White Sox and Chicago Cubs infielder Steve Dillard was the manager of this club up until this past season. Spent a couple, 2-3 years there as their skipper. Still in the Houston organization as far as we know. 311 on the year for Frare. Nice backhanded stop, and it's foul. Rose behind the bag, but in foul territory. The dimensions here, 336 down the lines, 360 to the power alleys, and 405 to straightaway center field. Frare was trying to get this one down that left field line, and as you see, just foul.
Pretty close.
Very close.
Good effort by Rose to get over and make the play. Could have made a throw.
Swing and a miss. And that's that good breaking pitch by Lundquist. And we'll turn our attention to section 112, where we see a K posted for the first time here tonight for Lundquist. Watch the break on this ball. Boom. That's impossible to reach.
And set up by the fastball on the inside half just the pitch before that.
Noel Rodriguez stands in, and the DH backs away from a fastball.
Lundquist will show a little respect here to the DH. He'll throw the fastball out of the strike zone and get the breaking balls on the outside half.
Rodriguez at 255, skies one to the infield. Right at the center where Rose takes control, and quickly 2 outs. But we might be on pace here for a record, as you mentioned, the 11 pitches going into the second inning, and this game moving right along. You know what that is, though? That's a sure indication that we'll have a 3.5-hour game.
That's right. Lundquist pitch count all the way up to 10 now.
You think he's got anything left to finish this inning?
10 pitches, 5 outs. Good ratio. I like it.
Brian Coe, the catcher, golfs one, 9-iron shot, and it gets beyond the center fielder, Byron Matthews. Coe, the catcher, will hold at second base with a double. Well, if you have any more speed at all, if you're anybody except the catcher of this team, you might want to think triple. But nice job backing up as Evans, and Coe with the double as he went down low for the pitch from Lundquist, right off the shoe tops.
And not a bad play out here in center field by Matthews. Might as well take a shot, see if you can catch it. If you can't, there's 2 outs. The catcher's running. You've got a chance to get out of this inning without being scored upon. So pretty good percentages and a nice effort out there in left field. Backing him up by none other than Jason Evans.
Bowers swings and misses at the first offering. R.J. Bowers, 257 on the year. 10 home runs to lead the club, 49 RBIs. Good numbers. Boy, you look at those good numbers, it reminds you of the year that Nelson Robledo has been having for the Silverhawks. He's close to setting a record here in the Midwest League for RBIs. Pitch misses outside, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Then, of course, you look at R.J. Bowers batting in the 7 hole, and you think, well, a guy with 10 home runs ought to be a little bit higher, but his percentage, slugging percentage, on base percentage dipped a little bit, so they dropped him down 1, let him see some more pitches.
Outside.
And they appeal, and he says no swing. We thought we might have had one there.
2 balls, 1 strike. Each of these teams in first place. Silverhawks atop the Eastern Division, that record of 12 wins and 6 losses here in the second half. And even though they're at 500, Quad City tied for first with Springfield, a record of 9 wins and 9 losses, as Lundquist steps off.
A little different division there.
Yeah.
Over the years, 40 wins in the second half of the season. If you can finish 40-30 or 41-29, somewhere in there, you got a chance to win the division. So realistically, the Silverhawks are looking to be in a real sweet position. You need 28 wins out of your last, 55 games? Not a bad way to go.
And Bob, it really did start with the very end of the first half. We talked about it during our last telecast, but Silverhawks really began to play well together as a team toward the end of the first half of the season, and they open up the second half on fire. They've done a great job. Bowers fouls one back, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Of course, the goal here is development. Everybody will tell you that, but at the same time, you want to learn how to win, and I don't care who you are, you want to win as badly as the next team.
It's been one of the great traditions here in South Bend. 2 championships already in the history of the franchise, which isn't very old. And 8th year now, and great pitch.
Outstanding. Bowers rung up. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Lundquist. Cole left standing at second. We move to the bottom half of the second. We're scoreless. Staying alive, staying alive. Bud Light, Bud Light. Craig Wallen, Bob Nagel back at Coveleski Regional Stadium, and how about joining us to cram the Cove to fight cancer? Wednesday, August 2nd, it's Cram the Cove night here at the Cove. The Silverhawks are donating a portion of the night's proceeds to the American Cancer Society for the use in the fight against cancer. Bob and I will be there working, and we'll be working as vendors, Bob, probably joining Mr. Trash and the Diamond Girls. So come on out and join us. Cram the Cove coming up on August 2nd. The Silverhawks will take on Kane County at 7. That's Wednesday, August 2nd, right here at Coveleski Stadium.
I want to sell those peanuts, Craig. I'd like to maybe throw those bags around the old...
Yeah.
We got our new scoreboard there, saluting Sports Channel night here at Coveleski Regional Stadium.
Great night for baseball. Absolutely outstanding.
Getting ready to go to the bottom of the second inning. Nilson Robledo, Melvin Rosario, and Sean Buchanan due up for the South Bend Silverhawks. They try to get on the scoreboard.
Robledo at 319. Swings and lost one high in the air. Deep right center field. Back is the center fielder White, and it's caught on the warning track. I tell you what, White ran a long way for that one, and just like Quad City, South Bend going after the first pitch, Robledo out on the very first offering from Locke.
And he sat all over a fastball. Got a little bit too much air underneath it, but gave it a ride. What do you figure, about 390 back there in the corner?
I think so. Robledo, by the way, 14 home runs, 76 RBIs. The 76 runs batted in close to a league record. Here comes Melvin Rosario. He swings and sends one right up the middle, through the box, and a base hit. Melvin, the big hero last night, as you see him take that turn at first base. We had a tied ball game going into the bottom half of the ninth. Rosario came to the plate and boom, over the right field fence, and that game went into the books as a W for the Silverhawks. And here Rosario picks up where he left off last night.
Kind of fisted one that time, and it got through the middle. So an opportunity for the Silverhawks. Sean Buchanan steps in, and Sean Buchanan is also from the bottom half of that batting order. The Silverhawks have gotten a lot of production, and Sean Buchanan's one of the reasons. He's got some wheels, and he'll have trouble catching Melvin Rosario, but these two guys, look at a 309 average, 17 RBIs, and might see a little hit and run here.
Young man out of Gary, Indiana, goes after the first pitch and sends it high down the right field line, giving chase. Bowers makes the catch on the run, and back to first goes Rosario. So again, first pitch, and Buchanan becomes the second out here in the bottom half of the second.
Danny Locke having an inning like Lundqvist had in the first. He's got 2 outs on 4 pitches. And Rick Carone steps in, the catcher.
You don't think there's a 9:30 showing of a movie here in town, do you?
I don't think so, and it's a nice night.
Carone stands in, and the pitch misses low and away. Rick Carone, catcher, he's been effective at times this year, coming in with the average of .262. 7 home runs, 35 RBIs. The lead at first by Rosario. Locke deals, and the pitch is low and away.
I got a feeling, Craig, that Rick Carone would like to look at some pitches here. Not only to give Lundqvist a breather on the bench, but see if you can't get a pass ball, maybe a steal attempt, work the count a little bit, see if you can get that runner over to second base. Byron Matthews is on deck.
Scoreless ball game, and Locke deals and misses high and outside.
Got to look at a couple here. Rick Carone, such a solid catcher. He chased Mike LaValliere back to the major leagues after a 2-day stay.
Yeah, not exactly, but
Spanky struggled there. He only, 5 out of 8, Craig, 800 slugging percentage.
yeah, he did struggle. There's ball 4 inside, so runners now at first and second. LaValliere with that groin problem, and will be back in the lineup soon, I would think.
Headed back to the big club. Of course, they have a 3-day break with the All-Star break, and hopefully the Chicago White Sox can get it cranked up again in the second half, playing a little bit of baseball of late, getting a little bit better pitching. And boy, it's tough when you're in a division where you're over. If you get to 500, you're only about 20 games back of the Cleveland Indians. They are red hot, leading the league with over 100 home runs in the first half.
And they've got Oral Hershiser back off the DL. That can't hurt you. Locke set to go with runners on base. Comebacker. Nice job by Locke over to first to retire the side. So in the inning, no runs, a hit, 2 left on. We head to the third, and we're scoreless from Kovaleski Regional Stadium in South Bend.
Come on over, babe.
Now, I'm not going to make love with him.
Am I in front of the monitor, all right?
Top of the third, Chad White.
Want to look at our balls? Oh. Huh?
Back at Kovaleski Regional Stadium, Craig Wallen and Bob Nagel, and we're drinking a lot of dew tonight, Bob.
See, if you don't have your cue cards facing the stadium, you don't even remember who you are. Hey, it's Sports Channel baseball night tonight. We want to thank the folks for their support of the South Bend Silverhawks. And hey, not many of these being hit tonight.
No.
A couple of hits in the ball game as we go now to the top of the third inning.
The elusive baseball, and it has been just that with a couple of pretty good pitchers out there, and Lundqvist and Locke for Quad City. As we head to the third, and moving into the third, it'll be White, Ross, and Hernandez facing Lundqvist. As Bob mentioned at the outset, Lundqvist coming in with that record up there with, how many wins did he have?
7-3.
7-3, shooting for win number 8, I guess it would be. Wouldn't that follow 7?
I'll tell you what, you've got this down now. Those, I think the studio lights in the press box tonight baked Bake the old gray matter.
Well, you know
over.
what it is. It's the first half stats all compiled in one sheet, and the second half stat. I forgot there's a combined list too. Should worry about things like that. White goes after the first pitch. What else is new, huh? Matthews the catch, and we're already out into the third inning, and we've played but 28 minutes. White retired. That'll bring up Tony Ross, the left fielder. Ross batting for the first time here tonight. Quad City coming into the ball game with a batting average of .264. Both teams about even in that category. The Silverhawks at .265 as a club. So we said the Silverhawks pitching outstanding. Team earn run average of 3.20.
There was the 18th pitch of the ball game thrown by Lundqvist, and 14 of them, Craig, have been strikes.
Next delivery, half swing and a miss. Didn't want to chase that one, but he did.
Got him guessing.
2 strikes the count.
This is one of those places where you got the number 9 hitter in the batter's box. You're ahead of him 0-2. Let's see if he goes after him. High and inside. Going to saw him off if he did swing.
What about this crowd here tonight? It looks pretty good. They've got the overflow out there in left field in the terrace area beyond the left field wall. Over the 4th of July holiday, some 22,000 people attended here at the Cove. Ross grounds to Pete Rose Jr. 2 outs. We head to the top of the inning, and Hernandez due up.
Carlos Hernandez flied out to left field to start the ball game. He did it on the first pitch. Let's see if he's a little more patient this time around with 2 quick outs again here in the top of the 3rd inning. The Silverhawks will come up to the plate with Ben Boulware, Brandon Moore, and Jason Evans in the bottom of the 3rd to see if they can get something going. Unfinished business here in the top of the 3rd.
Hernandez lays off the first pitch. Wisely so. Hernandez, second baseman, flying to left field his first time up. We said came in with a 15-game hitting streak.
Major League Baseball enjoying the night off. All-Star break and all, and the All-Star break for the Midwest League happened about 10 days ago. So they're pretty well into the second half, and the Silverhawks just playing extremely well. Playing with a lot of confidence right now.
2 balls and 1 strike. One of the few times tonight that Lundqvist will be pitching from behind. Got a sign from Carone. Kicks and fires. Pitch is fouled back. Count levels at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
It's about as far as Lundqvist has gone into the count with anybody tonight. 2-2. That's not too shabby.
Not bad at all.
They play Hernandez pretty well straight away, not too deep.
Lundqvist again set. Here comes the 2-2. Breaking ball. Swatted on the ground is short. Up with it Moore. The throw to first base in time. 3 up and 3 down for Lundqvist and the Silverhawks. We've completed 2.5, and we're still scoreless.
The
Did
old
it break it? Hey, Britt, come back to that. Come back to that.
I'm looking for peace.
Get the music going to that little back and forth bit. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Well, Bob, what does an expensive foul tip look like, huh?
looks like this. Watch the jugs gun in the background.
Doink.
Tracking they're tracking the pitches of David Lundqvist, one of the South Bend Silverhawks backup pitchers tonight. sitting behind the backstop, and man, he got a rude awakening.
Oh.
By the way, children, that's why your moms and dads tell you don't put your fingers through the cage at the Little League Park. You can get hit. Got to be careful.
You know, I remember during spring training a few years ago, Terry Ryan, who's the general manager of the Minnesota Twins, Terry was scouting a ball game. It may have even been a college baseball game. He was a little bit too close to the screen when a bat came out of a batter's hand and went right through the screen, nailed him in the jaw.
Ouch.
And caused some real damage. You got to be careful, folks. That's all we're saying. Nice job defensively. And Locke with a nice spin to first to take care of Ben Boulware, batting for the first time tonight for the Silverhawks. Boulware, the number 9 hitter in the lineup, coming in with that average of .261, a couple of home runs and 36 RBIs. What is this with the first pitch stuff, huh? Boy,
Well,
we've seen a lot of it.
I think there's been some scouting done, obviously, Craig. These ball clubs take a look at each other, and they have a man on the road that gives them a look. You got 2 pitches that are going to be around the plate. You might as well go after the first pitch because they always want to get ahead in the count. Of course, if you sit on one, you'll get a little chin music. Brandon Moore stepping in. He grounded out short to first in the first inning. Jason Evans would be next. Brandon Moore, well, he's been a stable defensive stalwart for the Silverhawks this year and spent some time here last year. Good ball player.
Pretty good shortstop, too, Bob. Ground ball to third. Half step back for Trammell. Throw to first base is in time. Microsoft Complete Baseball is the ultimate multimedia reference for every baseball fan. Microsoft Complete Baseball puts all the facts, figures, fun, and excitement of America's favorite pastime from baseball's beginning to today right at your fingertips. Explore the incredible baseball facts and stats, thrilling audio and video, and photo-packed player biographies within Microsoft Complete Baseball. And the first pitch swung on and fouled back off the bat of Jason Evans. Silverhawks left fielder struck out his first time up. Scoreless ball game, home half of the third. Silverhawks trying to sweep this 4-game series against the Houston Astros Class A affiliate. Next delivery, a strike. No balls and 2 strikes to Evans.
275, 2 home runs, 21 RBIs for Jason Evans. Pretty good RBI numbers for the number 2 man in your lineup.
Swing and a miss. Another strikeout, and that is number 2 for Locke. And we remain scoreless as the Silverhawks go down in order here in the third.
Two, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Joe Bob, 1978.
Hey.
Hey, stacks of wax and miles of smiles, baby. Hey, you gotta love it. It seems to me that it's Sports Channel night.
Yeah. Gate. Hey, Dean. Gates has got to put a sign right in that square.
Welcome to Sports Channel Logo Baseball Night. An overflow crowd here in South Bend, Indiana. Silverhawks, the Class A affiliate of the Chicago White Sox, and saying hi to the parent club, no doubt. Yep, good bunch of guys, and they've been playing well, certainly, here in the second half, atop the Eastern Division of the Midwest League. And there's a good shot of the crowd. South Bend, third in the league in total home attendance. And I tell you what, beginning of the season, there was some question whether baseball would ever be played here again. It was so wet and miserable, but the weather certainly has changed, and it will do that if you hang around long enough. And the weather's been just delightful during this 10-game homestand.
It certainly has. Going to warm up as the week progresses, and Good time for the Silverhawks to get out of town for 8 games and then get back here and continue their winning ways. Donovan Mitchell will lead off for the River Bandits to start the top half of the 4th inning. It'll be Alejandro Ferre and Noel Rodriguez to follow.
Mitchell, the shortstop, flying to the left fielder Evans his first time up, and sends one foul. 1 strike to count.
Little foot music for the first base coach down there.
347 average. Mitchell waits on the right-hander. Lundqvist deals, and the pitch is high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hey, who's responsible for the groceries there, huh?
I don't know. These are, give those a little fumigate and give them a little smell. Those are right out of the oven.
Oh, they are warm. I wonder
We got peanut butter cookies and
Joe
chocolate chip
Jurczyk had
cookies.
something to do with that up in the
I
upper
think
deck.
they come from the old upper deck there, Craig.
Joseph, thank you for the warm chocolate chip cookies. Oh, by the way, there is some baseball. Mitchell, a foul. Go ahead, Bob.
I was going to say, Craig, you know, one of the things the fans over the years have enjoyed here at the Cove is the use of the upper deck. And it's a tremendous room if you have a function or if you have something, an organization or a group you'd like to get together with, enjoy some fine food and watch a ball game. Give them a call here at Coveleski Regional Stadium. They've got the upper deck available for you.
Mitchell lofts one into shallow left field. Brandon Moore out from shortstop to make the catch.
We'll give you the number periodically during the ball game because there's a lot of things going on here at the Cove. If you would like to bring a group here or reserve perhaps one of the sky boxes along the right or left field line, call area code 219-235-9988. Area code 219-235-9988 for the South Bend Silverhawks. Be glad to help you.
Yeah, and you know what? As Trammell takes a strike, I bet, don't you think, Bob, there's probably a few people upstairs in the upper deck watching the game on Sports Channel on the monitors up there right now as we speak?
I think so. Let's see if we get a cheer.
Let's see if
Let's hear it from the upper deck.
At the count of 3, just kind of stomp on the floor, huh? 1, 2, 3.
I heard a couple stomps.
Yeah, I think we did hear a response.
I think it's because they're mad they're missing about a... There's the folks in the upper deck. Can you wave, folks? Give us a big wave. They're asleep. The monitors... No, they're mad because we took their cookies.
These are great cookies, by the way. Trammell fly to center field his first time up. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the Quad City third baseman.
I want to mention that Lundqvist ahead in the count again, but I don't want to be redundant. It's been all night.
There's a base hit up the middle. Trammell with the first hit of the night for him, the second hit for the River Bandits. A 1-out single, and that'll bring up Frere, the first baseman.
Alejandro Ferre struck out in the second inning, and here's a line shot right back through the middle. And a nice job of hitting there by Donovan Mitchell, or rather Gary Trammell didn't try to do too much with it, just sent it right back over the pitcher's head for the base hit. Second hit of the night off of David Lundqvist.
Frere, a strikeout victim his first time up. Lundqvist, a quick move to first. You know, we're talking about the effectiveness of the pitching staff here this year. Kurt Hassler, the pitching coach, doing a marvelous job. And as you noted last time out, Robert, Kurt was the first guy to ever pitch in this ball game for the Chicago White Sox Class A affiliate back in 1988, and made it as high as AAA, Vancouver, I think, at the time, and now into the coaching ranks. And I tell you, he has done an outstanding job in his first year here at South Bend. And then on the other side, Mark Haley has the guys hitting well. The Silverhawks 3rd or 4th in hitting in the league, and you can't beat that either.
Well, Mark Haley knows well, Craig, that the ball players here will come up out of Sarasota and fall into some cold weather in April and May. It doesn't matter too much what you do or how you do it. It's just tough to get the bats warmed up early in the season here. And Mark knows that, and he kept saying early on, hey, believe in these kids, and he did. And everybody else starting to believe in him too. Now the hits are coming. This is a good hitting ball club.
Fastball away, and the count now 3 balls and no strikes. So Lundqvist falling behind, Trammell at first base, scoreless ball game, top of the 4th.
Well, I don't know why that base hit would upset him. He just turned around a fastball low and sent it over his head, but having a little trouble finding the strike zone now.
Close to a 2-1 strikeouts to walks ratio on the year for Lundqvist. And the pitch, a strike on the outside corner.
There's one that he might have got because he is around the plate. One thing over the years, you see major leagues, AAA, AA, single A, the pitcher's around the plate and he's got one close. The umpire, a lot of times, will give him the benefit of the doubt. 3-1 pitch.
Lundqvist to move to first base. Bob coming into the ball game in 100 innings of work on the nose. Lundqvist had given up 38 earned runs. Pretty stingy. Lundqvist, as we said, not real overpowering, but location type pitcher. There goes the runner. Hit and run was on. Fly ball to center field, giving chase. Byron Matthews, it's beyond the center fielder. It rolls to the base of the wall. Around third now, Trammell, and holding at second base is Ferrer. Now he's hung up. He's going to try for third. The ball is loose on the infield, and Ferrer scores. The run comes across, and there's a man at third base. A 1-0 ball game, so a bit of a break. Trammell comes across on this hit there by Ferrer, and as we'll look at it, Byron thought he had it.
Not a good angle by Byron, a little too shallow, and the ball gets past him, and that gives up the run. Now watch as Ferrer comes around first base. They'll get the ball to the cutoff man, Ben Bulwer, and Ben wants to throw it, then he doesn't want to throw it, and he ends up throwing it right into the ground, and it gets away from him, and the runner advances a third. So an error on the second baseman, allowing the runner to go to third base.
But a clean double nonetheless for Ferrer, and here comes Rodriguez standing in, and he checks his swing on the pitch down low.
Not a whole lot of help there for the efforts of David Lundqvist from his defense. 1-0 ball game.
Yeah. Rodriguez popped to the third baseman, Rose, his first time up. Swings and sends one on the ground to Rose. Checks the runner at third and fires across for the out. So 2 down here in the inning. Ferrer remains at third base, and that'll bring up the catcher, Ryan Coe.
Rodriguez went after that first pitch again. And boy, I don't know, Craig, when you've got Lundqvist struggling a little bit after the walk, or rather the 2 hits back-to-back, you might want to let him work himself into a jam if he wants to. 353 hitter now. Ryan Coe steps in with a man on third and 2 outs.
And after the first pitch, Rose, steady Eddie, and fires to first for the out. In the inning, though, 1 run on back-to-back hits by Trammell and Ferrer. Quad City strands a runner. We've completed 3.5. Quad City leads by a run. My place. I'm not having a good night, I tell you.
Oh man, you can't believe how many cookies they sent up here, Dean. And they're still hot. And
Where did they come from?
hey, Dean, look.
Yeah.
Look at the chocolate chips. Here, our cameraman's up here. He can have a cookie. Oh, don't take the plate, pal.
Well, it was a scoreless ball game until the top of the 4th. With Ferrer at the plate, sends one beyond the center fielder Byron Matthews. It will eventually produce a run as the throw comes in. Some difficulty on the infield. Trammell scores, and Quad City struck first.
Well, I'll tell you, Craig, if Byron Matthews takes a deeper route and lets that be a double but not a triple, I think he can hold the runner at third base. Takes a deeper route to the ball. He holds
now you're talking football, Bob.
I'm just saying, Craig, if he kept him at third base, they might have got out of the inning as the next 2 batters went after the first pitch, both grounding to Pete Rose Jr. to retire the side. And ironically, when a ball player fields the last out of the inning, he usually leads off. And we have that here tonight, and Pete Rose Jr. leading it off. And the Silverhawks need to get on the scoreboard.
Pete Rose Jr., very dependable defensively. Hitting over 300 on the year here in South Bend. Grounded to the first baseman his first time up. Left-handed batter takes one inside.
A little bit high. Pete Rose Jr. is a junior in name, not in any other regard, especially hustle. He's a go-getter.
Pitch is a called strike. I had a chance to talk to Pete a couple of nights ago, and I asked him if he remembered back in 1988 when he came through this ballpark for the first time as a Babe Ruth baseball player, and we had the opportunity at that time to talk with him. He says, yeah, I remember that. He was here with his mother, and little did he know at the time that he'd be back here as a professional baseball player playing in the same ballpark. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Rose. Lock deals, off speed, is wrapped back past the pitcher. Hernandez over to first for the out, and Rose is retired. Now our very special guest is the head guy here at the ballpark, John Tull. And John, another delightful crowd. Outstanding.
Oh, just another great turnout here at the Cove. This is the ninth game of the homestand, so it's really nice to see a turnout like this for game number 9. It's been a long stretch.
You had quite a 4th of July here. Of course, the weather helped. Fireworks might have helped a little bit too, but what'd you have, 22,000 people over a 3-day period of time?
Yeah, that's right, about 22,000 over 3 days, so it really helped our average attendance. It was a great series.
Robledo sends one to deep short, and Mitchell can't glove it. That will go as an infield hit for Nelson Robledo, who was robbed his first time up. He sent one high and deep to center, hauled in by White. So Robledo on. And watch again, this ball hit deep to short, and really no opportunity there for the shortstop.
John, I'll tell you what, 22,000 people in the stadium, but I can guarantee you had about 20,000 outside the stadium each night for the fireworks. And the community appreciates it, not only what you do for the fans inside the ballpark, but I know our family has made it a tradition to get over and watch the fireworks. A lot of folks enjoyed it.
Oh yeah, thank you very much. I mean, there's something magical about the fireworks around here, and the entire community shows up for it. So that's a lot of fun for everybody involved.
Here's Rosario, 295, 8 home runs. Of course, one of the bigger home runs came last night, and a thriller here at Coveleski. A home run to win the ball game for the Silverhawks. That pitch is in the dirt.
John, we have a mystery here. Somebody sent us some chocolate chip cookies. Those wouldn't be from the upper deck, would they?
Oh, you bet. You know, the upper deck always takes care of you guys.
They have a great, we showed them just a moment ago, a good crowd up there again tonight, and that's available as one of the features of this ballpark. If you want to rent the upper deck, bring a group in, you can get a good meal and enjoy the ball game as well.
That's right. Not even just for ball games. It's open all year round, so it's a great asset for the Cove.
That pitch is wrapped on the ground. Oh, it hit the seam there as the grass meets the dirt, and it's going to place runners now at second and third. Safe sliding headlong is Rosario. For a moment, he might be out there. Robledo on safely at third.
John, so many special nights here, and of course we talked about it being Sports Channel baseball night, and we had the chicken here a couple of days ago, and so many more exciting things coming up this season. Talk about some of the highlights for us.
Well, there's lots of things coming up. The famous chicken's coming back. We still got another ball giveaway night. Some other kids promotions coming back. Sport, Berserk, all kinds of great things still to come here at the Cove.
Of course, if you're at the Cove and you see John Tull, you know he's always the guy in motion. John, you've got so many great people on your staff that do such a great job, and we congratulate you and certainly John and Rita Baxter. It's a total team effort here, and I think it's got to be the best run program in the country. I don't know what else you could do to improve it.
Oh, it's a great situation, and our hats are off to everybody on our staff. They work very hard.
Sean Buchanan stands in, the right fielder, fly to right field his first time up. And runners at second and third. Buchanan coming in, hitting .309, looking for his first home run of the year.
John, folks from out of town that are watching on Sports Channel tonight, they'd like to maybe make a stop here in South Bend, see Notre Dame in the future, see our Hall of Fame or Football Hall of Fame, want to see a baseball game or have a function here at Coveleski Regional Stadium. Phone number still area code 219-235-9988, and the staff is ready to help them.
That's right, and we also have an 800 number. You know, it's 1-800-550-4295.
1-800 call John. I like it.
That's right, 1-800-550-HAWK.
There you go, 550-HAWK. And the Hawks are starting some trouble here. Bottom of the fourth inning, down a run and threatening to get back in the ballgame.
Buchanan swings and misses. You know, Bob and I were talking about the outstanding winter that Colby must have had. He went through, I know, that vigorous weight training program, and He must have lost like 80 pounds, huh?
Well, Kobe knew that this was a big year for us, so he came back ready to go. You know, strike or no strike in the major leagues, Kobe was preparing every day of the winter, came back looking lean and mean, so he's ready to go.
Is there going to be some construction, John, to widen the aisles? I understand Craig and I are going to sell concessions on August 2nd. My goodness.
You wouldn't have to widen it in the aisle I'm going to be patrolling, Bob. Speak for yourself.
It might be better to have me assigned to the air-conditioned press box that night, but I'm willing and ready to do it for the Cancer Society.
Well, that's right, and it'll be a great situation for everybody involved, especially the Cancer Society.
Runners at second and third. Silverhawks down by a run. Home half of the fourth.
Ooh.
Lock just misses outside.
There was a big worm on that hook. He almost went for it. Held back on the change.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, you got to figure right now Dan Locke does not want to load the bases, so Mr. Matthews is going to get a look at a pretty good pitch right here.
Cannon deals, or rather Locke deals, and right, like it was right at the knees, but a ball, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Sean Buchanan, rather. I had Byron Matthews in the box. No wonder he looked at it.
These guys are starting to hit the ball.
You know, Mark Haley said early on, you know, have some faith in these kids. They'll come around, especially, you know, when the weather gets warmer in South Bend and the bats have really come on.
Oh, my. A called third strike. Buchanan rung up by the home plate umpire, Chris Heimler. And that is strikeout number 3 for Locke, and the second out here in the inning. Take another look at it.
Well, the one just before that, Craig, was on the edge, and he took it. Well, you're not going to get away with taking that one twice.
Nope. Here comes Caron, the catcher. Again, ducks on the pond, runners at second and third.
Any old kind of a duck snort brings in a couple.
It's even at 2. Oh, we saw the Philly Fanatic out here, John, a couple nights ago, and talking to Jim Reinbold before the ball game. I tell you, Fanatic really roughed up Reinbold.
Yeah,
did you catch that?
I caught some of that action, and Jim did get roughed up.
Is he going to be okay?
Yeah, I think he'll be okay, but the next time...
Psychological damage?
Yeah, there might be some of that too. But we've still got Berserk, Sport, and the Chicken coming back, so Jim's got his work cut out for him out there. You know, he takes abuse from those guys.
Well, he's a target, wouldn't you say, for that abuse?
Oh, yes, of course. He's always been a target for that abuse from those mascots.
Of course, the Crown Prince of Baseball will be back as well.
That's right. That's the next homestand on the 20th of July, so we're very excited to see Max again.
Max Patkin, boy, a Hall of Famer for sure. What a thrill and what a treat he's given baseball fans over the years, and he's got to be the youngest guy his age I've ever met. He's in great shape.
Well, being double jointed doesn't hurt, but
no. Problem is he didn't start out that way. A lot of damage over the years.
Talk about abuse, man. Self-inflicted abuse.
Now he's here to defend himself.
Fans want to get tickets for that game, call the Silverhawks office, 235-9988. Hey!
Hey, through the third baseman, Trammell. A run across Robledo plates. Here comes Rosario. He scores. And on the hit by Caron, it's a 2-run ball game. Hawks have taken the lead here in the fourth. Outstanding. A seed through Trammell at third with 2 outs. And those 2-out base hits, boy, are golden. And there's Jim Reinbold, the bases coach over at first, congratulating Caron, who walked his first time up. He wasn't going to sit around this time, though. Right through the third baseman. And that should go as a hit. If it does, it's the 3rd hit of the game for the Silverhawks.
Hey.
Matthews. And that one will drop. A bounce against the wall. Around third base, being waved in comes Caron. The throw to the plate is in time, but dropped by the catcher Cole. So Caron scores on the play. The speedy Matthews all the way to third base. All with 2 outs, folks.
And not a bad way to get back in the ball game and take the lead. It looked, Craig, like a couple of those one-hoppers that got away from the River Bandits defensive players might have shaken up Dan Locke a little bit. And give credit to Byron Matthews. He was sitting on that fastball.
I'll tell you what, Byron's a great guy, too. When he's back for the 2nd or 3rd time in South Bend, and he just always goes at it 110% every night.
Get a look at Caron coming in, and
A la Kirk Gibson there, huh?
I think the throw had him beat. He was He's run out of gas there, his final steps.
Here comes Ben Boulware.
You
And
know,
the pitch misses outside.
my softball playing days, Greg, had a couple of occasions when I was on first base and I'd yell to the batter, "You will not get a triple." I'm going to hold you to a double.
Man at third, and the pitch is swung on and lofted into right center. A little humpback liner scores another one, and the Silverhawks have scored for the 4th time here in the inning. Outstanding. 3rd straight hit for South Bend. Boulware now 1 for 2, and across the plate comes Byron Matthews. No problem in from 3rd.
John Tull will be leaving the booth shortly. Anytime the team gets 4 runs in 4 innings, you got to go get the burger coupons ready.
That's right. We got to score 9 runs tonight, give away some Big Macs, but it looks like we're halfway there.
That's right.
I tell you, those bats didn't heat up until John came to the booth. You know that, Bob? Got to hang
I
out
thought
here
it was
more
when the
often.
cookies got here. Boy, they are great, and your staff upstairs, John, for every occasion does a wonderful job, and they certainly deserve a pat on the back. And like you say, it's a facility that's available all year round.
That's right, and it's sure is a classy situation, I think, to have for Class A baseball.
Brandon Moore hitless in 2 trips. 4-1 ball game. There goes the runner, the pitch, a strike, a throw to second. Nowhere close. Cut off, and a stolen base for Ben Boulware. So Boulware now in scoring position with 2 outs. Boulware got a great jump on the left-hander. And a breaking ball doesn't hurt matters either.
Thought we might see a little bit of action in the River Bandits bullpen. A couple guys got up and changed seats, maybe just for luck, but so far nobody throwing. Silverhawks, number 8 batter of the inning. Standing. Yeah. Big hit.
Well, Bobby, a 4-run, 4-hit, 4th inning for the Silverhawks, working their magic here at the Cove.
Well, they had a couple that got away from the River Bandits, and they made them all count, made them all hurt, and that's what you want to do, especially with 2 outs. And that'll give David Lundquist a big boost. You know, he gave up a run in the 4th inning, a couple of base hits, and got behind, and his team picked him up, came back with a 4 spot, and threatened to make it even more. But 4-1 as we go now to the top of the 5th inning. And leading off for the River Bandits will be R.J. Bowers, the right fielder, who struck out looking in the 2nd inning. Chad White and Tony Ross will follow. Silverhawks on top 4-1.
Bob, Microsoft Complete Baseball is the ultimate multimedia reference for every baseball fan. Microsoft Complete Baseball puts all the facts, figures, fun, and excitement of America's favorite pastime from baseball's beginning to today right at your fingertips. So explore the incredible facts and figures, thrilling audio and video, and all the PhotoPack player biographies within Microsoft Complete Baseball. Get it today. First pitch misses to Bowers. Bottom 3rd, Bowers, White, and Ross facing Lundquist. Ground ball to Rose. Takes care of the leadoff man here in the 5th inning. Bowers retired for the 2nd straight time.
Well, Pete Rose has been busy the last couple of innings. He's had, out of the last 5 putouts, Rose has had 4 of them. And that's an indication that the location is good on the outside half, and the player's reaching out for it, and all they can do is pull it back. Weak ground balls, and Craig early on there hitting line drives, and you said when Lundquist is on, he gets ground balls.
Yep, exactly, Bob. He took the 1st inning to adjust. Even though he sent the guys down in order, River Bandits going down 1, 2, 3 with fly balls to the outfield, but then in the 2nd inning began to get the ball down. By the 3rd inning, he had 2 ground outs that inning, and last inning a couple of ground outs, and begins the 5th there with a ground ball to Rose at 3rd.
And Rick Carone going to come out and talk to him a little about. Maybe he noticed the strides a little longer. Maybe he's not bending the back as much as he should. Something, the last 2 pitches have been over the plate, but a little bit low, and that can be just a little change in the stride or just a smallest detail, and who better to know how you're pitching and how your form is than your catcher.
Swing and a miss by White, who flied to Matthews his first time up.
When you look at Lundqvist in his delivery, think of a Greg Maddox, think of a Rick Rushell, think of an easy-going. There's a lot of velocity on it, but he doesn't seem like he's working real hard out there, and that's kind of part of the magic, part of the mystery, and works the count back to 2-2 now.
Easy delivery, but he speeds things up there toward the finish, much like Greg Maddox.
Ooh, breaking ball just
inside.
missed.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Mixing up the pitches real well. That might be, I think that's the first full count of the night for Lundqvist, and that's after being down 2 balls and nothing, so that's not a bad effort at all to Chad White.
High chopper to short. Brandon waits on it. Moore fires over to first for the out. So 4 consecutive groundouts. Rodriguez and Code in the 4th, and now Bowers and White to begin the 5th. Yeah, that's exactly what the doctor ordered. Lundqvist is not going to get you a lot of strikeouts. 1 so far here tonight, and Ferrera back in the 2nd. But as we said, he is around the plate and will get the ground outs. And now with 2 outs, here comes Ross batting for the 2nd time. He bounced to Rose his first time up.
There's a chopper foul down the left field line. Silverhawks defense has been very solid, especially on that left side with Brendan Moore and Pete Rose Jr. Pete covers so much ground and knows how to play the batter, knows what the pitch is going to be.
Check swing. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Good effort by Ross to lay off of that one. That's the one that's been the ground ball. Outside half and away. Right-handed batter, all he can do is reach out and just try to bring it back, and that's the one that winds up being the ground ball, and there it is again.
Rose over to Robledo. And all 3 putouts going Rose to Robledo here in the 5th. We've completed 4.5. Silverhawks on top here on Sports Channel. He tried to make love to me out here.
He did not. On TV.
I'm going.
No, he did.
You gotta see it.
No,
You did.
and he said, "Say it, they won't."
I hope someone else didn't see that.
It's so funny.
Did it go out?
Oh yeah. You. I about died. Well, this is the final game of the homestand for the Silverhawks, but fret not. The Silverhawks, following a short road trip, will return here with plenty of action left at the Coves in the balance of the month of July. August, always very busy here at Coveleski. And wherever you happen to be watching tonight on Sports Channel, we would encourage you to be a part of the fun. As you see, the stars of tomorrow play here today. Call for tickets. MasterCard, Visa, Discover, American Express, 219-235-9988. The best value in town. Silverhawks baseball. As we head to the home half of the 5th. Silverhawks, 4 runs, 5 hits and an error. A run, 2 hits, 1 error so far for Quad City. And Locke comes up high to Evans, who has struck out twice. Caught looking in the 1st and down swinging in the 3rd. Locke cruised through the first 3 innings, but faced 8 batters in the 4th.
Evans, the only batter he didn't face in the 4th inning. Jason going to see if he can get something going here in the 5th. Maybe tack on a little bit more.
A little unusual that Evans has been the only guy handcuffed here tonight, because he is a much better hitter. And just as we said that, a nice job there as he hung with that ball and laced it the opposite way. And Evans now 1 for 3 as he begins the 5th with a single. Attaboy, Jason.
And that's 6 base hits for the Silverhawks tonight as they continue their torrid hitting pace. Man, if you're David Lundquist, you just sit over there and smile and enjoy it. Pete Rose Jr. started last inning by grounding out second to first. Worked the count a little bit against Locke. Maybe softened him up a bit.
Yeah, we were talking to John Tull, the general manager here in South Bend, about baseball in general, but in our chats with the front office here, they tell us Pete Rose Jr. quite possibly the most popular player to date here in the franchise. The runner on the way to second base, and no throw from the catcher Cole. So a stolen base for Evans.
And he stole that one on Dan Locke. There was no point even for Coe to throw the baseball down to second base. And tell you what, Dan Locke, for a left-hander looking right at the runner, fell asleep right there. Big head start.
He's done that twice now tonight, where he's just not really paid attention to the man over at first base. Now Evans takes his lead at second. And the pitch, a strike to Rose.
Well, ball and a strike. Nobody out, man on second. Let's see if Pete Rose can tack on another one. Crowd's enjoying this one. Silverhawks red hot.
Rose hitless tonight in 2 trips. And there's a soft liner, and it will be caught on the run. What a catch by Ross. No, he dropped it. Oh, he hung on. He did hang on, and a diving catch by Ross retires Rose.
Well, good catch out there by Ross, and I think the reaction from the crowd, Ross tried to get up, and his foot slipped out from under him, and it made it look like maybe he was going back to get the baseball. But this is a pretty good catch. There, he dropped it trying to get it out of the glove, is what the umpire said.
Yeah,
so the batter
call.
is out.
Jeff Spadowski, the bases umpire. You got a 2-man crew, and that is very typical of the Midwest League. On occasion, you'll see a 3-man crew, but 2 men working the entire field here tonight, that's quite a challenge. And I think the right call made there as Nilson Robledo stands in, leads the team in home runs, close to a league record in RBIs. Nilson, like Byron Matthews, has been through this town now for 2 or 3 years. He'd like to move on, I'm sure, but we don't mind having Nilson Robledo around, that's for sure. Ground ball to third and 1 hops Frere. Nice scoop there. Evans holds at second base.
Very nice scoop over there, and that's one of the times when a first baseman has to just go with the big sweep and hope he gets it. If he doesn't, the run's going to probably score all the way from second base. And watch Frere. This is something the scouts look for. Not how you handle the good throw. Anybody can catch those. How do you do on this sweep? Mark Grace looking catch there, wouldn't it?
Beauty. Here comes Melvin. Mel Rosario, the DH.
Ooh.
Swing and a miss.
I think he wanted to knock the church steeple over. Church located over the left field wall. It's been hit on a few occasions.
Yes, it has. Got that high leg kick. Remember, was it Carlos Martinez? He came up through the Sox minor league system, spent a year or 2 with a big club. He had that high leg kick, and Rosario that time wanted to crank one out. He's 2 for 2 with a single, a double, a run scored. Runner in scoring position. Key, a breaking ball, swung on and missed.
Another big cut, and I think he's got Melvin nipping at the breaking ball. A little bullpen action now going for the River Bandits.
Right-hander loosening in the bullpen. Here comes the pitch. Fastball. You got to take that one. You got to go for it, Melvin. But a nice job of setting things up by Locke. Rosario goes down for the first time. No runs, a hit. Evans left stranded at second. We head to the 6th. Hawks on top by 3. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you.
With the girl teaching some golf. Is that right?
He's teaching golf. Did you know that?
Yeah, I knew that. Yeah, he knew. What do you got? I got more cards around. And I said I'll give you a different one. Well, that's all right. And the blue card is the winner.
Hey, is that the Studebaker ware? Yeah, it's Studebaker warehouse, right?
It's hard. You know, we're going through a lot of times. Every day you're still in the same house.
Well, this is the town that Studebaker made famous, along with Notre Dame and a few other places. But Studebaker very big here in town, and you see a shot of one of the old warehouses. And I tell you what, Studebaker has been instrumental now in the renaming of this minor league franchise, once known as the South Bend White Sox, now the South Bend Silverhawks. The Silverhawk was a particular model made by Studebaker some years ago. And in honor of that, the local club has renamed the club the Silverhawks. And the South Bend Silverhawks are on a roll, no pun intended, with that 4-1 lead as we move now to the 6th inning. This game moving right along for David Lundquist, who has been very, very effective here tonight. He's allowed just 2 hits, and he'll be facing the top third in Hernandez, Mitchell, and Trammell. Lundquist with 2 complete game victories in consecutive fashion coming into tonight's contest. Hernandez hitless in 2 trips, shows bunt and takes a strike. Lundquist with but 1 strikeout here tonight, but a ton of groundouts. The last 5 batters have grounded to Pete Rose Jr. over at third. And there's another one. Rose up on the grass over to Robledo. That's 6 straight putouts, going 5-3 across the diamond. And Hernandez retired for the 3rd straight time. And that'll bring up Donovan Mitchell, the shortstop, who himself is hitless in 2 trips. Mitchell, left-handed batter. Outfield plays him pretty much straight up. And the pass ball misses outside. In the home half of the 6th, look for Buchanan, Carone, and Matthews. And it could be that we'll have some relief on the way. The bullpen still busy for Quad City. Swinging a foul tip off the bat of Mitchell.
Lundquist pretty much back in his mode of getting ahead of the hitters. Well, it's easier to do when you're up 4-1, isn't it?
Yes, it is. You know, I thought it was a big inning back in the 5th for Lundquist to take care of this team in order in the fashion he did. Line drive snagged by Robledo. Nelson doing a nice job this year. Solid first base defensively, and that time robs Mitchell. Mitchell looking for his first hit, and that ball was on a line, wasn't it?
He guessed right on the breaking ball that time and was able to drill it. But Robledo, a big target down there at first base, made the grab. Reminds you that Microsoft Complete Baseball is the ultimate multimedia reference for every baseball fan. Microsoft Complete Baseball puts all the facts, figures, fun, and excitement of America's favorite pastime from baseball's beginning to today, right at your fingertips. Explore the incredible baseball facts and statistics, thrilling audio and video, and photo pack player biographies within Microsoft Complete Baseball. Hey, it's a versatile product. Trivia games, photos, video, audio, history, everything. It's the one insurance policy against a rainout that's always there.
Bob, did you see this catch? This is outstanding. This guy wants to play left field someday for the Silverhawks. Nice
There
catch.
you go.
Now back to the ball game. A hit for Trammell. He's going to dig for 3, and the throw comes in late. So Trammell all the way to third base. A 2-out extra base hit for Gary Trammell, his 2nd hit in order here tonight. A single, a run scored his last time up, and all the way to third base for the Quad City third baseman.
Well, again, a gapper, and I'm not sure if the angles are right or if the Silverhawks center fielder Byron Matthews is getting a distorted look or something, but they seem to be playing doubles into triples on a couple of occasions tonight.
Well, Trammell showed us, too, that he can fly around the bases. Trammell now 90 feet away for Ferrer, the first baseman. He had a run-scoring double his first time up. There's a shot of Trammell. Ferrer, big, strong, right-handed hitting first baseman. Waits on Lundquist. Pitch is popped up, but back behind the screen, out of play.
I think he had designs of putting that through the hole at the top of the scoreboard out there.
Yeah. 1 ball, 1 strike. Top of the 6th. Ferrer again waits on Lundquist. He's working from the stretch with that runner at third. And the pitch is fisted foul.
You mentioned, Craig, we may see a relief pitcher in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Brock Steinke, 6'2", 180-pound right-hander out of Cedar Rapids, Iowa, has been warming up in the bullpen.
Trammell again takes the lead at third. Lundquist set. Here comes the 1-2, and again fouled.
And a little foot music there.
Yeah, that stings.
Right off the instep. Not a whole lot you can do about it.
Boy, Jim Reinbold spoke of the success of the team in 1-run ball games earlier tonight on the pregame show. And not that we have a 1-run ball game right now, but we do have a good one. Silverhawks on top 4-1. The Hawks are 5-1 in 1-run ball games. Now Lundquist again set. 1-2, fouled off. Just got a piece of it.
Rattle the old bird cage on the umpire that time. And readjusting his equipment is home plate umpire Chris Heimler. Chris, it's the white thing. Ooh.
Hello. Hello.
Wanted to get it. Ouch. It hurt the first time.
Ferrer again set. Lundquist ready. 1-2, fouled off. So Ferrer doing a good job hanging in there. Wants to get that guy in from third base. Boy, it's a different ball game when you're looking at a 2-run deficit as opposed to 3 runs. Strategy becomes a little bit different.
Ferrer giving a lot of souvenirs to the fans here. Good crowd on hand.
Next pitch on the ground, off the mound. Lundquist, underhand toss over to Robledo, and nice job by David Lundquist. And down go the River Bandits in the 6th. No runs, a hit, a man left at third. We've completed 5.5. Quad City up by 3.
Hey, they're here from Sheboygan.
Now, we better get the due.
Are we hot?
Well, we talk about the good play on the field. Well, how about this catch, Bobby, off the field? Yes, he got it. Bobby, he made the catch.
Can you beat fun at the old ballpark? I tell you what, he'll be bragging about that for a week, won't he?
Great catch. You know, we've seen a lot of ground outs here tonight. 9 ground outs behind Lundquist. 6 of those going Pete Rose's way at third.
Well, when it goes Pete Rose's way, it usually goes 5-3 and out. And the defense playing very well tonight for the Silverhawks, and the offense timely. Time to get a little bit more, though, right now.
Absolutely. Good ball game, 4-1. Silverhawks on top. Hawks now with 8 hits on the ball game. And I tell you what, that 4th inning, big 4-run 4th, was a biggie for Lundquist and company. And we referred to it earlier, Lundquist coming back in the 5th inning. That's the key inning when your offensive unit, so to speak, has put up the runs for you. Lundquist comes right back next inning and sends the Quad City club down in order. 3 up, 3 down. That was a big inning. Lundquist continues to sail right along. And Locke now continues to pitch into the 6th inning. And there's a ground ball off the bat of Buchanan. Mitchell, the shortstop, over to first for the first out. So Sean Buchanan tonight hitless in 3 trips.
Tell you what, that was close to being an error or a base hit because the shortstop for the River Bandits had some trouble finding the handle. Donovan Mitchell took a couple extra steps and had to fire it across. Well, you got the base runner, Sean Buchanan, down, and Rick Carone will step in. What a big hit he had in that 4-run fourth.
Big 2-run single. Carone 1 for 1 officially with a walk his first time up. A run scored here tonight. And Locke misses in the first pitch. Well, have you finished off those cookies yet, Bobby?
Well, trying to, Craig. It's not easy. It's not easy. We once in a while we'll get a guest in the press box, and somebody will have a cookie and enjoy themselves. And again, our thanks to the South Bend Silverhawks, who are sharing the excitement tonight of Sports Channel night here at Coveleski Regional Stadium. Free baseball to all the youngsters who came in tonight.
Locke with the off-speed pitch outside. 2 balls, 1 strike.
You know, we used to have baseballs when I was a kid, Craig, but they had electrician's tape all around them and no seams. They were a lot harder to spin. Remember those days?
Yeah. They used to be waterlogged more times than not.
What was amazing was you would save a baseball forever, and then when you finally realized what money was and how to spend it, a new baseball was, what, $1.50?
Yeah. Surprise. Hey, line drive. Carone around first. Big turn there, and a good job by Ross to get it into the infield, and Carone just back to first base. Carone's having a good night. He had a good TV night first time out for Sports Channel. Carone now 2 for 2 as he laces this one down the left field line. You gotta like that.
Good effort out there in left field on the part of Tony Ross to get it in a hurry. And now we're going to get a look at manager Jim Hankovitz, Quad City River Bandits, Houston Astros Class A affiliate, and he's going to come out and do some talking to his left-hander, and I think he's seen enough. Base hit with 1 out here in the 6th inning, and he's going to go to his bullpen. And we have I think the right-hander coming in, and we'll talk about him when we come back. We have a break. River Bandits going to go to the bullpen, trailing 4-1 in the 6th. This is Craig Wallen. You can help Bob Nagel and me to cram the Cove to fight cancer. Wednesday, August 2nd is Cram the Cove night at Coveleski Stadium.
Hi, Johnny. Oh, no. Got his name wrong.
This is Brock Steinke. Number.
Serious?
Ought by ought.
We'll
8
get it.
strikeouts, 3.32
Hey,
ERA.
Dean. Real important here. Gary Trammell's mother called from Houston, Texas. Missed her son's triple. Can you play it back again? John Baxter just made the request. Get Trammell. He just had the triple for Quad City. Get it up. Quick. Bob, a pitching change here in the Silverhawks 6th inning. A right-hander in to replace Dan Locke.
Brock Steinke comes in with a 3.32 ERA. Not a whole lot of work. 0-0 on the 1-loss record. 8 strikeouts. Big, strong right-hander, and he will get a chance to jump into the battle against Byron Matthews. And Byron Matthews, last time up, doubled. And Jim Hankovitz didn't want to take a chance with any more big innings here, and he's going to try to put a cork in this one. Hey, you can help us cram the Cove. We'd like to have you out here on August the 2nd. Craig Wallen and I will be serving as...
Hot dog here.
Hey, hot dog. What are they?
Your red hot chair.
They're calling us
Hot dog.
celebrity vendors. Well, I'll argue
Cotton
about
candy.
the celebrity status, but we're going to be vending, selling food and drinks. So come out, cram the Cove, and help us raise money to fight cancer. Silverhawks will take on Kane County at 7 p.m. That's Wednesday, August the 2. And don't forget, look for Craig Wallen and Bob Nagel as we sell your favorite. Hey, Peanuts here.
Popcorn. You won't miss us. Guarantee you. You won't miss us.
I'll be the guy in the blue shirt.
Matthews facing the right-hander who misses on his first offering.
Craig, what was the phone call there between innings?
Well, I'll tell you what it is. It's Gary Trammel's mother calling, and Trammell, by the way, having a great night, Mrs. Trammell. I don't know if you've been watching or not, but John Baxter, who is the vice president, I believe, of Palisades Baseball, but John came in and said, you know, Mrs. Trammell called and missed her son's triple in the 6th inning.
You know what we should do, Craig? We should get a hold of Dean Korsmo, our director, and just have him have him bring it up for us. What do you say?
I think if he were competent,
do you think
he'd be able
Mrs.
to do
Trammell
it.
would like to see it?
I think she would. Yeah.
All right, let's get a hold of Dean. But we'll get a hold of him here between innings, or maybe we'll have our floor producer get it. Mrs. Trammell, you're not going to like this. The news is bad.
Oh, this is going to be a great double play. Hernandez, a nice clean pickup of the ground ball off the bat of Matthews, the put out of Caron, the throw to first. 4-3 twin killing. We head to the 7th. Good news, Hawks on top, 4-1.
Yeah.
Here, we'll do it. Mrs. Trammell, here's the replay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can
Hey,
you show anything of
Hey,
it?
Dean, show the kid. Yeah.
Yeah, show something, though.
Hey, Dean, show that. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Just show that. That's okay.
Hey, Dean, what I'll do is when the kids run to catch the ball, I'll say, there's Trammell rounding first. He's heading for second.
Do it. Let's do it. Oh, look at this.
And then stop, freeze frame Trammell coming around. That'd be funny.
No, you got to do it. You got to do it. Dean, you got to do it. Well, regardless of where you're watching tonight, even if it's in Houston, Texas, you know, you can call for tickets. Silverhawks tickets are red hot. 219-235-9988. I wonder if Mrs. Lundquist is watching tonight.
I got a feeling she is. And, of course, it's Sports Channel baseball night here at the Cove, and great working with the folks from Sports Channel. And Mrs. Trammell, your son's triple, I'm afraid, has been lost to a fan catching a foul ball. Our camera kind of went over to the young man who caught the foul ball, and by the time we get back on it, we will admit to a turnover here, Mrs. Trammell. We hope you'll join us on August 3rd for our next broadcast.
Her son won't be here with us, Bob.
But thanks for watching in Houston, Mrs. Trammell. It's great to have you with us and all the folks there, and nice to see the family gathered together to watch this ball game. And they could probably use a little more chips and maybe another soft drink.
I wonder if Mrs. Trammell has been watching Allen's progress up in Detroit.
Is he still playing? He's doing real well. How about the Tigers? They're like 90 home runs in the first half.
You gotta love the Sparkmeister, huh?
Cecil Fielder and I are going to open a new line of men's clothing. Clothing for the full-figured man.
Rodriguez into the bullpen.
The guy that gets paid to watch the pitcher warm up had his glove taken off by that ferocious line drive. Rodriguez, Coe, and Bowers due up for the River Bandits as we move into the top of the 7th inning.
Rodriguez looking for his first hit, and he watches one miss outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. When Lundquist has fallen behind to the River City Bandits, he's been able to get out of the jam here so far tonight. He has yet to walk a batter. Fly ball into center field, and caught by Matthews, who brings down the ball for the first out here in the 7th.
You know, Mrs. Trammell's got a nice setup there. Gary winds up playing for the Astros right there in Houston. She won't have to put up with us. Mrs. Trammell, one final note. The name is Korsmo, Dean Korsmo, our director. You might want to write to.
You're gonna lose your audio soon, Bob.
You know what makes it so outstanding is that's got to be like the first play that Dean hasn't had in like 5 years of being associated with him. He's the quickest man on the buttons I know.
Ryan Coe with a double and 2 trips takes a strikeout. Never fails, though. You know, you do a senseless act like following a young fan
Wait a minute,
into
the
the
phone's
stand.
ringing again. The mother of the kid who caught the foul ball thinks Dean is great.
Base hit, 2 hits for Coe. And with 1 out, a runner on now, and River Bandits trying to make a surge here in the 7th inning, trailing by 3 runs. Boom. Got tomahawk that one out in the left field.
R.J. Bowers will step in, and River Bandits need to build an inning here, get back into it. They trail 4-1. You don't want to go to the 9th with a 3-run deficit.
River Bandits, Davenport, Iowa, Jack or John O'Donnell Stadium. Name the 4 Quad Cities, Bob.
That'll be our trivia question for tonight. Oh, they want the lights off
Lights
in the booth
off.
just as well.
There you go.
Sorry, fellas. I guess as it's gotten darker, our lights in the booth have gotten brighter. And actually, we needed to stop and play there to give you this announcement. No, we didn't.
Yep. Now we're set to go. Lundquist has a sign. On the stretch, here comes the pitch. Ground ball. Rose behind the bag at third. Goes the short way, so to speak. That's not very short, though, from where Rose was at third. Nice play over to Boulware for the force out of Coe. Fielder's choice for Bowers. 2 outs now. Runner at first base for White. But the River Bandits play at John O'Donnell Stadium there, and they take on a lot of water at times.
They sure do.
You know, during the flood back a few years ago, they had a terrible time there where actually some of the home games, because it was so flooded in Quad Cities, some of the home games were moved to South Bend at Kovaleski Stadium.
Of course, a tough year for everybody along the Mississippi that year. And great fans there in the Quad Cities. Love their baseball. Not too far from Dyersville.
Where there's a field of dreams.
That's right.
Pitches outside. I remember.
They build it, and they still come.
Yeah, we took a little excursion during one of the road trips over to Dyersville back in the Tommy Thompson era. By the way, I saw Tommy the other night.
He was here.
Yep. Looking good, isn't he?
Well, if you don't have to worry about calling the home office with the results of a game every night, it gets a little easier.
He's kept in good shape, though.
He sure has. Married now. A little more discipline. That's good for Tom.
At Big Red now, he tells me he's like 15 years old. They're Labrador. 15 years old. Touch of arthritis, but other than that, Big Red's doing fine. Tommy, the manager here in South Bend for a couple, 2-3 years running back in the early 90s. Took a trip through Dyersville back in 91, I believe it was, to take in the Field of Dreams during one of those Iowa road trips. Fastball right down the middle. 3 balls, 1 strike to White. Hitless in 2 trips.
Lundquist coming with the heat pretty much on that last pitch and doing a nice job. Chad White has lined out to center, grounded out short to first.
Ball is beyond the diving Robledo at first base. Into right field, Buchanan up with it, fires it into the infield to hold the runner Bowers at second base. So 2 hits here in the inning off the right-hander Lundquist. White with his first hit of the night. And this one just beyond the diving Robledo.
And he showed a lot of good strength and bat quickness there to get it off of the bat handle and through the right side. I'll bring up Tony Ross. 2 down, 2 on, and again, Lundquist, you got to give him some credit, has not gotten in trouble for the most part until there was a couple outs in the inning. Silverhawks gonna get a visit from Fred Kendall, manager.
Bob, time for us to remind folks about Bill Gates' little company that he's got going there on the side. Have you heard about it?
Bill's doing pretty good, by the way.
Yeah, he's
We're
doing all
happy
right.
for him.
Absolutely. Mrs. Gates, if you're watching, your son's done well. Microsoft Complete Baseball is the ultimate multimedia reference for every baseball fan. Microsoft Complete Baseball puts all the facts Figures, fun, and excitement of America's favorite pastime from baseball's beginning to today, right at your fingertips, Bobby. Explore the incredible baseball facts and statistics, thrilling audio and video, and those powerful photo-packed player biographies within Microsoft Complete Baseball. I doubt if you'll find any bios on minor league baseball announcers, but you may find some on minor league pinch hitters like Mike Renhack, who comes in with the average of .282, batting here in the top half of the 7th. Ross lifted with 2 outs here in the inning and a runner on base.
Ross had gone out twice, third to first in his 2 trips to the plate, and with Lundqvist maybe starting to tire a bit on a warm, muggy evening in South Bend, we'll see if he can hang in there now against Mike Renhack.
Actually, runners at first and second. Bauer's the man at second. White over at first. That pitch is fouled off the left field side. And quickly ahead is Lundqvist. No balls, 2 strikes.
And that's what you want to do to the pinch hitter. Don't make a hero out of him. Batting in the 9 slot, making him get up there and earn his way onto the bases. And I think we're at a pivotal moment of this ball game for David Lundqvist. If he wants to get another complete game, he got to get out of this mess right here.
Lundqvist deals, and that pitch is skied on the infield. And, well, if I'm Pete Rose, I'm going to call for this one, and Pete does just that to take care of the mini jam here in the 7th. No runs, a couple hits, 2 left on. We go to the home half of the 7th. Hawks on top. Take me out to the park. Give me another cookie, will you? Jim, you want another cookie?
Hey, Dino, here's what we do. We get to the end of the game and we need to fill time. We turn the lights on and on.
He's not playing anywhere, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Is he here in town?
Yeah, but he's getting ready to move to Cleveland.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I mentioned it to you.
How high did he go? Do you know?
I think he was up double A and then pushing a little beyond it. Played a couple organizations last year.
Well, a great shot of downtown South Bend, Indiana. Bob, there is no place like home, especially for the Silverhawks. An outstanding 10-game homestand coming to a close tonight. And a little action on top of the dugout, huh?
Kobe's got a buddy. That's the Roadrunner from Southwestern Michigan College up in Dowagiac, just over the state line. And they had the group known as 4 as 1 sing the national anthem tonight. Did a nice job, and I might add that Greg Wallen did a nice job in harmonizing up here in the booth, as always.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you.
One of these days you get those words down, and lyrics and everything, you'll be fine. There's the Roadrunner.
Look at Cove, though. I mean, this guy has shed. He must have shed 100 pounds over the winter. If you can widen the shot a little bit, Covey, the South Bend Silverhawks mascot. Look at that body.
He looks great.
My goodness.
Of course, I'll tell you what, as much activity as he's involved with during a game, he could shed some serious weight here tonight as well.
Silverhawks, 4 runs on 7 hits in air. Quad City with a run and just a handful of hits and 1 error. Bottom half of the 7th, Boulware leads it off for South Bend and takes a strike from the right-hander.
Ben Boulware had a big RBI single in the 4th inning to drive in the 4th run. Ben Boulware out of Los Gatos, California, home of Notre Dame quarterback Tom Krug, by the way. Tom Krug, a backup for Lou Holtz's Fighting Irish this coming fall.
Tough guy, isn't he?
He had a pretty outstanding spring game. You saw that here on Sports Channel. Tom Krug, I'd like to be in a foxhole with him. If you got to be in a foxhole, you want to be there with Tom Krug. Tough kid.
Oh, well, better Krug than Covey.
That sound you heard, folks, wasn't the judge gun that time. That was our cameraman. No. Old plexiglass window there in the back of home plate.
Bob, I understand Cesar Bernhardt is here tonight. Jim Lovett informing me of that. Cesar, the former middle infielder for the South Bend White Sox back a few years ago, got as high as Double-A and has since hung it up, but back here in town, living here temporarily, and soon will be moving to Cleveland as a new baby, and we wish Cesar the very best. I think his dad's still scouting in Latin America for the Chi Sox, if I'm not mistaken.
Cesar played on our championship team here in South Bend.
Yep, he was a steady Eddie. I remember 18, 19 game hitting streak for Bernhardt. Had some pop from the right side of the plate. Nice guy. Wish him the best. 2-2 is grounded foul, first base side.
You know, we mentioned a couple times during our broadcast that we'll be involved in a fundraiser for the Cancer Society here at the Cove on August the 2nd. Craig Wallen and I will be selling food and drinks, so we invite you to come out and cram the Cove, help us raise money to fight cancer. And speaking of that team with Cesar Bernhardt, our buddy was a prominent part of that ball club, our second baseman, and had a bout with cancer and came out of it very well. Thank you.
Ground ball, tricky hop. Mitchell stays with it and fires to first for the out. Boulware retired by half stride at most. Mitchell, as we said, nice job on that tricky hop, and we've had some crazy hops off the infield here tonight. Watch how this one rides up on the shortstop, but he does a good job. Little hitch there, but in time. Boulware retired for the second time in 3 trips.
I was talking earlier of Mike Edinger, who was actually our cleanup hitter for Rick Patterson. And Mike Edinger went through a bout with cancer, as did Scott Radinsky.
Brandon Moore, the bunt in front of the plate, and a little problem on the pickup by Steinke, but just like on the plate of Mitchell, the Quad City River Bandits get the call of the umpires here tonight. 2 outs and a couple of batters here in the 7th.
For South Bend White Sox fans and followers of the South Bend franchise, Mike Edinger doing well, fully recovered after his bout with cancer and coaching high school baseball in California, giving back a little bit to the game, which he loves so much. And remember, one of his goals was to get back here and play for the South Bend White Sox, and reach that goal and many others. Great kid.
You know, one of the highest compliments I think ever paid this club in this city came from Mike Edinger, and he, as you said, Bob, played minor league baseball here back in '89 and I think a little bit in '90, and came down with the cancer. Ground ball to second, over for it. Hernandez the throw to first in time, but he said if he ever had to come back to a city to call home, he'd come back here to South Bend, Indiana. Hawks on top, 4-1. Stay with us. Hey, those umpires didn't like the lights, did they? Oh, we still have 2 left.
Hey, grab that last one when they take the shot. Okay, let's check on that full plate of cookies. Put it back. Come and get it when I point to you.
Well, a shot of the press box here. We have 2 cookies, or at least most of 2 left. Wait, Bob, now we're down to 3/4 of a cookie.
That was a full plate of cookies not long ago.
Talk about cleaning up, huh?
Oh, man. We go extra innings, we got to send upstairs.
Well, everybody's getting a few refreshments here, and that's our bases umpire, Jeff Spadowski, whose mother may be watching tonight.
Is she in Houston? Where are all the dads here tonight?
I think she lives in the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
Great. Glad to have you with us here on Sports Channel. Great to have baseball on what is normally an off night for the Major Leagues right before the All-Star game, and looking forward to that tomorrow from Arlington, Texas. What a beautiful ballpark in Arlington, Texas.
Hernandez, a strike. Isn't Nolan Ryan involved in this year's All-Star game?
I believe he is, and Ferguson Jenkins also is being honored as one of the honorary captains. And so happy for Fergie. He's had a lot of tough battles in his life off the field, but
Well, he has.
member of the Baseball Hall of Fame now. Who could forget a guy winning 20 games 6 years in a row with the Cubs? Not an easy thing to do
No.
in those days. He could have sued him for non-support.
Boy, the Cubbies had a core of outstanding pitchers back then. Guys that really didn't get a lot of notice but got the job done day in and day out. Bill Hands, Fergie. Kinds of guys that were instrumental during that run in the 60s.
Kenny Holtzman.
Yeah.
A couple of no-hitters for Kenny.
2-1 pitch fouled off. Carlos Hernandez, Donovan Mitchell, Gary Trammell here in the 8th. Quad City trailing by a score of 4-1. And a little footnote on Hernandez, who's facing Lundqvist here in the inning. Carlos choking under the TV lights here tonight without a hit and 3 trips. 15-game hitting streak on the line.
By the way, Dean Korsmo informed us between innings we will follow Gary Trammell. Everything he does comes up in this inning.
Fly ball to center field and caught on the run by Evans, who cuts in front of Byron Matthews. So the collar so far for Hernandez, and that may be his last at bat the way things are going here tonight. Could be the end of his hitting streak. Hernandez retired, 1 down here in the inning, and that'll bring up Donovan Mitchell.
I heard an interesting statistic during the broadcast of the Cubs game last week. Kenny Holtzman's no-hitter that he threw in Cincinnati. Tom Brenneman was a young man and remembered that game very well. He saw the no-hitter and he said, you know, he had a no-hitter and didn't strike anybody out. And that's kind of what we've seen the effort of David Lundqvist the last probably 4 or 5 starts. He's not in danger of setting any strikeout records, but he sure is willing to let Pete Rose help him.
Yeah.
And Pete Rose Jr. tonight has had 9 different times when he's either fielded the ball and thrown to first or to second, been involved in catching a ground ball. That's pretty good control.
Ball lined back into the stands. No balls and 2 strikes. Silverhawks hosting the Quad City River Bandits. I don't know that you ever answered me, Bob, but there's
Yeah, put it on me.
cities that comprise the Quad Cities.
Well, I believe it'd be Davenport.
Good. That's a good place to start.
Well, let's see, Des Moines? No, not Des Moines. It'll be, there's 2 Iowa cities and 2 Illinois cities, correct? Rock Island, I think, is one. Moline is there. It's one of the Quad Cities.
And then there's one more town. In fact, this Iowa City is where the ball players usually stay when they play there in Davenport. Little hint there. For
Iowa
you, Bob.
City?
Nope. There's section 112, by the way. 3 strikeouts for Lundqvist. There's a pop foul, and that will be back a few rows.
This is Gary Trammell, who did triple.
Boy, you like to kind of avoid that trivia thing, don't you?
Well, Gary's mother's watching. I'm not going to interrupt this.
Oh, that's right.
Mrs. Trammell, we love you. 293 hitter. Good looking young man, too. A home run, 15 RBIs. Guys that can't miss. Boy, that pitch was way outside. Mrs. Trammell, he just called one on your son that he didn't deserve, I guarantee you. Gary will look at this tape when he gets home after the season and say, who are these clowns? I get a triple, I get nothing. I get a bad pitch.
Now, I hope Mr. Trammell has an opportunity here with the count 1 ball, 2 strikes to redeem Dean Korsmo. Oh, a balk? No, it can't be a balk. What
Loose
was
ball.
it? Something came down from the bullpen, Bob.
And that would be a baseball. So whoever's warming up in the bullpen, if that one got away, I guarantee you the first guy in the batter's box next inning doesn't want to face him. It's an old Ryan Duran trick. He used to warm up and throw the first pitch into the infield as if he couldn't see. 100-mile-an-hour fastball with no idea where it was going. A little scary.
1-2 pitch outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Mrs. Trammell's favorite son, Gary.
Ooh, watch it. Alan might be watching. We'll be getting another phone call. He's enjoying the All-Star break.
2-2 upstairs.
A many times All-Star, by the way. Alan Trammell.
Bob, name that 4th city before we run out of time here in the top half of the 8th.
Well, it's kind of
Moline.
some of the calls continue to
Davenport.
come in. Hey,
There's ball 4.
Gary Trammell with a walk. He worked the pitcher well that time, don't you think, Craig?
Yes, he did. And you notice Dean Korsmo is catching all of that walk.
Look at Gary. Gary just said, tell those clowns to shut
How
up.
about a replay of that walk, Dean? You got a shot of that walk down to first base.
It's always good to hear from our fans. And
Ooh. That fastball almost hit Ferrer.
well, Ferrer has been one of the guys who's had some effectiveness tonight against David Lundquist.
Yeah, he's had a good night.
We're in the 8th inning, and the Silverhawks do have some action in the bullpen, and Pete Rose and Ben Boulware and some of the folks over to talk with Lundquist a little bit.
Name the 4th city. Name the 4th city that comprises the region.
You mean in
Known
addition
as-
to Davenport,
Yes.
Moline,
Yep. That
Rock
fourth-
Island,
yep.
and you mean Bettendorf?
You got it. Here. Grab a cookie, Bob. Wait, they're gone.
Oh, God. Can't beat fun at the old ballpark.
Oh, yeah?
Keep an eye on that Trammell kid there. He is over at first base.
Here comes the pitch. Breaking ball up through the box beyond Lundquist. And Trammell will hold at second base. So a single by Ferrer, and, well, Alejandro with a nice night tonight. A couple of hits and 4 trips.
And we may be seeing Freddie Kendall here. A walk and a base hit. Tying runs at the plate in the form of the designated hitter, Noel Rodriguez. And I think that's going to be it for David Lundquist. We will not see a complete game out of him tonight, but what a nice effort as he will leave, having given up 1 run, scattered 7 hits. That's his first walk of the ball game. And that's kind of an indication, isn't it, Craig, that when he gets tired, the walk to Trammell was pretty much his ticket to the showers after a good performance. We'll be back with a look at the relief pitcher for the Silverhawks. Stay with us here on Sports Channel. Absolutely.
No question about it.
Hey, you know,
Yes, he did. This is mine, baby. Did you think you got 2? What? What's that? Who is that?
I don't need 2 balls to be happy.
All right, back at Kovaleski Stadium. As you can see, the scoreboard is lit up right now, and not only with the numbers of the runs and hits, but a little entertainment there in that very famous entertainment center here at Kovaleski Stadium. Well, new pitcher, and Lundquist is out in favor of a new right-hander. This guy has been very effective, Jamie Surratt, Bobby.
354 in the ERA, 2 up and 3 down on the 1-loss record, 19 strikeouts, and he has really come on as a guy they can count on out of the bullpen, and he will get a chance to quell an uprising here by the River Bandits. Noel Rodriguez, designated hitter, popped out to Pete Rose Jr. in the 2nd inning, grounded out to Rose in the 4th, flew out to center in the 7th inning, and now, there we go, everybody having a good time out there in center field. They're having as much fun as we're having up here, I guarantee it. Gary Trammell on second base, and Alejandro Ferrer is on first base, 2 on, 2 out. Jamie Surratt trying to put out the fire.
And the pitch misses high and tight to the DH.
You know, this is a swinging town today, Craig. Mike LaValliere left yesterday, went back to be with the Chicago White Sox, and Larry Bird was in town today. A little golf outing to help neglected children.
Wow. A line drive to left field. Evans up with it. The runner will be held at third base. That ball was smoked out to Evans. And you know what? I believe, if we're not mistaken, that Trammell had the green light there at third and thought better of it, put on the brakes and got back to the bag safely. But that ball was well hit by Rodriguez.
He was out there in a hurry, and that's a good decision by Trammell. Is coming up with it quickly with Jason Evans, and he does have a gun. See Trammell scurry back to third base. Bases are loaded. And Ryan Coe, the catcher, who has a double and a ground out to third, along with a base hit in the 7th inning. 2 out of 3 on the ninth. And you got to be careful here.
Boy, you do, and there will be a pinch runner entering the ball game. Rodriguez is going to be lifted, and in comes Jose Santana. So Santana in for Rodriguez. And the bases are full. The potential go-ahead run coming to the plate now in the person of catcher Ryan Coe, who tonight 2 for 3 against Lundqvist, so he has been effective. A single, a double, sandwiched in between that, a ground ball to Pete Rose Jr. at third.
And Surratt in his last outing, we saw him, Craig, here in one of our Sports Channel games, and he had the breaking ball over, and tonight he's come with it high, gotten behind in the count, and now he's got to come into Coe. A ball and no strikes. Coe was sitting on a fastball, wasn't he?
Yeah, that one would have probably cleared the beautiful scoreboard had there been any contact. Yo!
Surratt really arched his back that time and came with a heater. It was up, and Coe couldn't resist it. Trying to give his ball club the lead with one swing. 2 outs, bases loaded.
Ooh, a little bit high.
Just can't get the breaking ball over.
Surratt second on the club in saves with 3.
Surratt's got to come with something away, a little slider or something. He didn't want to give him the fastball here.
Bases full, and the pitch, fastball, bounced foul, third base side.
Had it on the outer half, and Coe reached out. All he could do was bounce it. That's kind of the pitch that was effective for Lundqvist tonight and gave Pete Rose Jr. so much action down there at third base. Silverhawks trying to wiggle off the hook. Leading 4-1, 2 outs, bases loaded for the Quad Cities River Bandits.
Located just outside beautiful Bettendorf, Iowa. Here comes the 2-2. Oh, my goodness, Surratt pulled the string. And Coe goes down and strikes. And the bases are left full here in the 8th. Oofda! We've completed 7.5. Hawks hanging on to that 3-run lead here on Sports Channel.
Who's hosting the Sports Channel report tonight? Yikes and away. Who? Wayne who? Who's Wayne?
Well, listen, we've got more baseball for you as the Silverhawks homestand. The next one opens up on July 20th versus Western Michigan. The West Michigan Whitecaps. If you'd like ticket information, call the Silverhawks front office, 219-235-9988.
4 runs on 7 hits and an error for the Silverhawks. 1 run, 8 hits one error for the River Bandits. The Silverhawks put it all together in the 4th inning with their 4 runs. Manuel Barrios, the new pitcher for the River Bandits, 2.93 ERA. No wins, 3 losses, 27 strikeouts for Barrios. And the Silverhawks will try to tack on a little insurance. Pete Rose Jr. due up, followed by Nilson Robledo and Melvin Rosario. Middle of the Silverhawks lineup trying to add some damage to what has been a pretty good night already on the offensive side.
And Rose has been very, very consistent defensively. Has probably, I'll tell you what, he's probably been robbed a time or two here tonight. For sure robbed in the 5th. The diving catch by Ross in left field, but has hit the ball to both sides of the infield. And now Barrios set to go against Pete Rose Jr. Look at that.
Get your base hit, Pete.
You bet. Pete, look at him hustle. He's going to go for second, Bobby, and he's safe. A headlong dive by Rose. I tell you, that was not a gapper. He stole that one on the outfield. Rule it a double for Rose.
And he just stole one right off the defense. Look at Rose. Now, this is a shot. Yeah, it's in right center, but it's a one-hop fielded ball. Cut off by the right fielder. He comes up throwing, but Rose.
But not a gapper.
Nope.
Not considered a gapper. Rose hustling all the way. And Rose now 1 for 4. Good way to lead off the 8th.
He was running harder going to first base than the right fielder was to get the ball. And you give Charlie Hustle. I won't call him Junior. Let's call him Chuck Hustle. He's, man, he's quick.
Robledo swings and tips one foul.
Robledo was fooled there on the off-speed breaking ball and offered sparingly at it.
Bob, you go up and down this lineup for the Silverhawks, and I tell you what, they've got some players in key positions, including Rose and Robledo, who can propel this team through the balance of the second half. There is no reason in the world why this team cannot fare as well as maybe the teams back in '89 and, 92 when they've taken the championships.
It's not often you get this kind of experience on a Class A ball club, and in large part, some of these guys are still here because there's pretty good talent in the program. I mean, who's gonna move up from third base and challenge Robin Ventura, and who's gonna push the big hurt off of first base? I mean, it's a tough way to go on the way up here.
Oh, Robledo laces one to left field, but caught on the run by Ross. Well, heaven forbid anything would happen on the big league level, but there's a guy, Pete Rose Jr., who I think could go up and probably not embarrass too many people in the Sox organization. He has had the Double-A experience, and sometimes they say the better talent is found at Double-A than even Triple-A. So Rose has had that experience at Double-A, spending the entire year, for the most part, here in South Bend at Single-A. But he's a guy that could be called up and contribute.
He's a guy that wants to, and you love to see that in pro sports today. And obviously, Pete Rose Jr. wants to, laboring hard and laboring well here in Class A baseball in 1995.
Melvin Rosario, the DH, 2 for 3, and he pops it up. Shallow left field, out goes Mitchell. In comes Ross from left to make the catch.
To say while that ball is in the air, we had time for a couple of commercials.
Speaking of that.
Speaking of which, Microsoft's Complete Baseball is the ultimate multimedia reference for every baseball fan. Microsoft Complete Baseball puts all the facts, figures, fun, and excitement of America's favorite pastime from baseball's beginning to today right at your fingertips. Explore the incredible baseball facts and statistics, thrilling audio and video, and photo-packed player biographies within Microsoft's Complete Baseball. Appeals to all ages, something for the whole family, and has some educational value as well, with a depth of historical information and timely passages. Look into it, won't you? Microsoft's Complete Baseball, the ultimate multimedia baseball reference guide.
Sounds good to me. 4-1 Silverhawks, home half of the 8th. Hawks threatening here, Rose at second. Buchanan at the plate, facing the right-hander, and a called strike. Manuel Barrios, the third pitcher of the night for Quad City. Locke began the game, worked the first 5 2/3. He is the pitcher of record. Steinke and now Barrios in relief. Lundquist, the starting pitcher and pitcher of record for the Silverhawks.
Can win, can't lose. Nice position to be in.
Breaking ball and a ground ball to short. Up with it, Mitchell fires on to first to retire the side. In the 8th inning, no runs, a hit. Rose with a double, left stranded at second. We head to the 9th. Hawks 3 outs away from another W here on Sports Channel.
Who's anchoring there late? Oh, okay. No, Julie Judelson.
Julie Jellystone. That's good. Julie Jellystone. Oh, we could do that.
They could have Freddie Kendall come upstairs. Tell Paul to get Kendall up here. He'll come up. They're winning.
Silverhawks on top of the River Bandits as we prepare for the 9th inning. The Silverhawks have won 5 of the previous 7 meetings between these two teams, and gunning for win number 6 now in the 8-game series. And heading to the 9th, it'll be Bowers, White, and Runhack all due up for the Class A affiliate of the Houston Astros.
Nice job by Joel Reinbold and the staff here at Coveleski Regional Stadium. Always in great shape. And thanks again to John Baxter and Rita Baxter of the Palisades Baseball Group, and John Tull, the general manager of the South Bend Silverhawks, for making us feel so welcome. And boy, we just salute them every opportunity we have. It's not just the job they do, but the feeling and the gift that they give to the city of South Bend and the whole community. If you haven't been here, you're going to be in the South Bend area, you want to come over see some baseball, come over from Chicago or whatever, give them a call. Area code 219-235-9988. The phone number. If you want to come over August 2nd, hey, Craig Wallen and I will be vending popcorn, peanuts, Coca-Cola.
Hot dogs here.
Hey, hot dog, what do you got?
Hot dogs here. Peanuts.
Hey, peanuts.
I want to thank Scott Radinsky and John Kruk for helping us with a PSA campaign to help benefit the American Cancer Society.
We'll be with you again on August 3rd at 7 p.m. The Silverhawks take on Kane County. And then we'll also be with you on the 19th of August, 7 p.m. game, as Silverhawks play host to Fort Wayne. And who knows, Craig, that might be the night we wrap up the division.
Could be. And it has been a good second half for these Silverhawks.
Chance to go 13 up and 6 down. That'd be 7 games over 500. You said if you get 10, 11, 12 games over 500, you usually have a pretty good chance of winning and making it to the playoffs. We hope that happens.
Bowers rips one to third base, and Rose Jr. over to first. I tell you, he's been consistent, folks, hasn't he? Pete Rose Jr. Not much gets beyond this young man, and we wish him the very best. I tell you, when it comes to hustle, there's no one that hustles more than Pete Rose Jr. Attitude, I tell you, you won't find a better attitude. This kid wants to play in the big league someday and do it on his own merits, and we wish him the best. Hard-working young guy that would probably play just that way if his last name were Smith. Doesn't matter that he's Rose Jr. Taking nothing for granted, obviously.
I think it's even a little bit tougher sometimes, and
yep,
people expect so much, and he's kind of put all that behind him this year. You know, he was a little squeamish, to be honest with you, early on about I don't want to talk about my family, my father, the Hall of Fame. I don't want to talk about all that stuff. Let's talk about Pete Rose Jr., the baseball player. And now that he's been here, people have seen his hustle, his desire, his abilities. I think most of the other talk has gone away, as well it should. This young man deserves his own place in the spotlight.
Ground ball, Robledo. We've seen the corners really perform well here tonight. Rhodes at third, now Robledo over at first. Good way to begin the top of the ninth defensively. Attaboy Nilsson. Here's a guy that's been around for a while. Came up as a catcher, now DH first base. Nilsson, Robledo.
Mike Rennick will step in. The final hope for the River Bandits on this Monday night. Silverhawks day off tomorrow, then they head for Beloit.
Rennick came in as a pinch hitter back in the 7th inning.
6'2", 175-pounder out of Encinitas, California.
Surratt shooting for his 4th save of the year. Jamie kicks it, fires, and the fastball is a strike.
Looked like it was a little bit up, but going to be batting with 2 outs in the 9th and down 3 runs. You better be swinging.
Soft liner beyond the second baseman, and a base hit with 2 outs here for Rennick. So Rennick with 1 hit in 2 trips and a very abbreviated role here tonight as a pinch hitter, and coming in defensively for Ross. There you see the base hit beyond Bulware, the second baseman.
If that base hit had come in the 7th inning when he pinch hit, we might be in a 1-run ball game right now. And I think Rennick realizes that as he rounds first base and heads back. River Bandits threatening the 7th, 8th, and now in the 9th trying to put something together. Not going to go quietly into this good night.
Carlos Hernandez at the plate, fouls one back, and here's the gentleman who we thought may not have another opportunity here this evening after going 0 for 4, a 15-game hitting streak on the line, but he's got another opportunity. And you got to bet that he wants a base hit here.
And if he gets that base hit, we'll probably see a pinch hitter. Donovan Mitchell 0 for 4 tonight, struck out his last time up. And the Silverhawks trying to get out of this before it gets any deeper.
Nice bender. And Surratt ahead, no balls and 2 strikes.
Hernandez didn't care much for the call. Kind of a hanging breaking ball that found the inside half of the plate. 0-2. Big advantage now for Surratt.
Overflow crowd making some noise here at Kovaleski. And Hernandez just gets a piece of it. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes.
Good job battling to stay alive.
Two outs, top of the 9th. Hawks with that big 4-run fourth, Bobby.
This game may make Microsoft's complete baseball list, the ultimate multimedia reference for every baseball fan.
It could. 0-2 fouled into the mask of Carone.
Microsoft's complete baseball puts all the facts, figures, fun, and excitement of America's favorite pastime from baseball's beginning to today right at your fingertips. Explore the incredible baseball facts, statistics, thrilling audio and video, and photo pack player biographies within Microsoft's complete baseball. Microsoft, hey, hitting a home run in software.
No balls, 2 strikes. Hernandez waits on Surratt. Ooh, that hit him.
No.
That hit him. That hurts in more ways than one for Hernandez. He will go down tonight without a base hit, more than likely, which means his 15-game hitting streak is snapped. And the pain, of course, associated with a ball inside, that doesn't help either, does it? Ouch. Ooh.
Well, Freddie Kendall's got a little indigestion over it as well. Boy, Freddie was hoping for a 1-2-3 9th, and let's take a day off and maybe play some golf tomorrow and relax and have a good time before we head to Beloit. But the tying run has made it to the plate here in the 9th inning, and it's in the person of Donovan Mitchell, the shortstop. He's got a collar job going himself tonight, 0 for 4.
Mitchell leads this league in hitting with an average of .347, and Surratt misses high and outside in the first pitch as the bullpen continues to loosen for the Silverhawks.
And Freddie Kendall ordering the infielders over to spend a little time. You see Jim Reinbold in the dugout behind Donovan Mitchell as they look to see how the timing works out. Silverhawks with a man up working in the bullpen. I think it might have been Mike Place.
Runners at first and second. Pitch is grounded toward first. Robledo backhands to Surratt, covering, and that'll do it. Another Silverhawks victory here at Coveleski. The Hawks sweep Quad City, and the series is over between the two teams. Silverhawks taking 6 of 8, and well, I tell you what, the Silverhawks don't hurt themselves in the standings tonight, do they? Coming in with a record of 12 wins and 6 losses, they'll remain atop the Eastern Division, while Quad City drops to below 500. A record now of 9 wins and 10 losses. Final score, Silverhawks 4, Quad City 1. We'll be back to wrap it up in a moment when we return here on Sports Channel.
Got any highlights?
Sounds good.
Get that triple. Get that triple. You guys gotta turn around. Turn around and get close. You gotta move it. Come.
Lundqvist went 7 in the third.
Huh? Surratt gets, oh, baby. Oh, could you sign that for me?
Get that highlight back.
What was it?
Well, a great night for baseball. A beautiful night, Bob, huh?
Certainly is. You see Brendan Moore among the Silverhawks players signing some autographs to the good crowd on hand here tonight. It was baseball night, Sports Channel baseball night, and speaking of baseballs, we saw a lot of them thrown well by David Lundquist, and David Lundquist, 7 in the third innings, gets a win. Almost not a complete game tonight, but a lot of good work, and on a hot night, he kept the ball club in the ball game the entire way.
He did. Pete Rose Jr., of course, helping out a lot over at third base, and Lundquist now with 8 wins on the year, and Surratt in relief picks up his 4th save of the season. And again, it's the pitching, Bob, that has been the backbone of the success here of the team in the second half. Pitching and the timely hitting, too, and a big 4th inning offensively for the Silverhawks.
And some good adjustments. There was some good managing and some good strategy in this ball game. And Silverhawks a couple of times on the hook, got the big out, got the big pitch, got a great breaking ball from Surratt there in the 8th inning to put an end to it. And the chopper back to the first baseman. Surratt covered, got the out. They got the tying run to the plate in the 7th, 8th, and 9th innings of the River Bandits and couldn't come up with a key hit. Silverhawks came up with a key hit in the 4th inning. They scored 4 times on 4 hits. And tell you what, when you only have 1 inning when you score and you turn it into a win, there's one of the big hits in the ball game. And of course, Craig, out of the hits they had in the 4th inning, a couple of them actually could have been caught. Who knows? We could have had a 1-1 ball game, still been playing.
Yeah, Cerrone, the catcher, with a big night, and he had one of those crucial key hits in the 4th inning, a 2-run base hit, and ended up with a 2-for-2 night with a walk. And I tell you what, the fans here very excited about the way this game turned out, and certainly the way the homestand turned out. Not only at the turnstiles, but a lot of success too here on the field. The Silverhawks with a good series against Clinton, and now a very good way to end the homestand with the victory over Quad City, sweeping the River Bandits here at Coveleski.
Well, you think back to the first half, Craig, and we saw the ball club a number of times in the first half, and you think about Mark Haley's confidence that the hitting would come around. Freddie Kendall wanting to get everybody healthy. A couple of ball games, he came here with 3 outfielders. He was going to have to use a pitcher if they had an injury, and then the pitching staff has really come around, and I think that you're seeing 2 or 3 names in this lineup, Lundquist especially, who aren't going to be at this level very long. Lundquist in control of every game he's been in his last 6 or 7 starts. And I think one of the keys for the Silverhawks has been the maturity of people like Pete Rose Jr., the leadership on this team. Leadership's important in sports, but when you have a young team, Class A team, I think it's even more important.
Yep, absolutely. We wish Pete Rose Jr. the very best. And he has really proven himself out here through the months of April, May, June, and into July. And some thought that maybe at first Pete Rose was a bit standoffish, and they didn't quite know how to take Pete Rose. But I think the fans here in South Bend have probably taken to Pete Rose Jr. more than, say, the fans have taken to any other ball player that's come through South Bend. That's
been
just because of the way he's played.
Been a lot of good ones, and you mentioned during the ball game as we watched another RBI for the Silverhawks in the fourth inning. Craig, one of the guys, you talk about special people that we've known here, Scott Radinsky, and he's going to be involved in a promotion going on here at Coveleski Regional Stadium coming up August 2nd. We're going to be out dishing the peanuts and the cold drinks and things like that so that we can help raise money for the American Cancer Society in their battle against cancer, and we're thrilled to do it. And we want to thank Scott Radinsky and also the big guy who joined the White Sox, John Kruk, who also had a battle with cancer. And it's great to see these guys, get back in the batter's box and go to bat against something like cancer.
Absolutely. That's on August 2nd as we help to benefit the American Cancer Society. But our next Sports Channel telecast will come your way on August 3rd, 7 o'clock first pitch. It'll be the Silverhawks versus Kane County, the club out of Geneva, Illinois, right outside of Chicago, obviously. And you'll want to make plans to join us for that date on Sports Channel. And then August 19th, against the Fort Wayne Wizards. First pitch, 7 o'clock, right here.
Fort Wayne, by the way, out of Fort Wayne.
Oh, good.
You guys have been on me tonight about the Quad Cities. Hello to the folks in Bettendorf, Iowa. Stand by on Sports Channel. Julie Judelson will be along with a Sports Channel report coming up in about a half hour or so. And I tell you what, it's been fun again at the ballpark, and they keep winning when we're here, Craig. So we'll be back August 3rd, see if we can do it again.
You got to like it. Again, the final tonight, Silverhawks with a big 4-run fourth, a winner by a score of 4-1 over the River Bandits of Quad City. It was a great night. South Bend Silverhawks on Sports Channel Logo Night. Bobby, you got to love it.
Hey, autograph this for me.
All right, we'll do it. For our producer-director, Chris Myers, Dean Korsmo, Bob Nagel, this is Craig Wallen. Until next time, so long, everybody.